Hey guys, I think we've just gone live. So we've got me and Jay right now. We've got Reese having technical difficulties in the back rooms, and Adam, I'm sure, will join us at some point, unless he thinks it's 8:30 p.m. In which case, he's not joining us anytime soon. Jay thought it was p.m. as well.
Yeah, almost made that mistake, which has been good. Hi guys, how are we doing?
Yeah, we're going to go live every morning. We're going to have different guests. We might have some guests come back. But if you don't know Jay is a British swimmer. He swam at the Commonwealth Games this summer for England in the 200-meter butterfly, but also has pedigree in the 400 freestyle. He's won international medals. He's international golds and pedigree in the 1500. So he was super excited by the lineup this morning.
Yeah, this
You're
was
excited
the
by
event.
the 1500, right?
Yeah. That was the event that honestly, like I said, I really wanted to get that one. I really wanted to be involved in this one. It's nice to see Dan Jervis give 14:30 this morning. I was really buzzing to see that he was the fastest out the heats. Who knows? That time could feature tonight, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? 14:30. What do you think?
Yes. So unlike long course worlds and Olympics and stuff, there's no heat and final for the 1500. It's heat declared winner. So there's obviously more than one heat. So we'll see the final 8 guys or 10 guys go tonight in the final session. I think it'll be 8 guys. But we've had heats this morning, and Dan Jervis PB in the heat 14:30. And we've got some people in the comments. Jamie Ingram, Jay is the man. He is the man. Jamie's going to feature on a show this week for sure. And then we've also got Big Nathan Whiffin. He went sub 15 for the first time at Scottish Nationals, 14:57, second fastest Irishman ever, behind his twin brother, who went a pretty fast 14:14. And I think 14:14 could end up being a time that medals tonight. If not, takes the win.
It definitely should be, honestly. Like looking at the field, I think the second ranked time's 14:22. Obviously, you've got Paltrinieri there, who goes 14:06, is it? Or 14:08? But it just depends on who comes in form. But yeah, definitely Dan would have done a cracking place here tonight, especially if he's in that race.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how that features actually as well. But yeah, one of the most impressive swims I've seen, doing that all on your own. Every 50 sub 29. Oh, and then big props to Nathan going sub 15 for the first time. Big achievement.
Yeah, no, it's have you been following some of the results over the last couple of weeks in the UK?
Yeah, I've been following some of the results at Scottish and English. Keep an eye on the Sheffield lads and the ladies. It's nice to see them doing really, really well.
Other than Amber's start of the weekend was just dreadful.
Yeah, well, she'll be back 100%. Can't wait to see how she gets on as she goes through it. Long course is her main game, and open water as well, isn't it?
Oh, we got Reese in now. We're just looking, Reese. We had 7 guys this morning go sub 15. Dan Jervis is the fastest at 14:30.
I wonder, if that breaks down. Obviously, a lot of the swimmers across the world have travelled so far from this side. Like, obviously, when you incorporate jet lag and stuff like that into it, some of the times this morning are a bit ropey. Like, I spoke to Abby Wood a minute ago, and she just said something about. She said it's a decent swim and got her through. However, she just felt a bit ropey, and obviously the sleep and stuff. They only got there on, I think it was Thursday or Friday, maybe the travel time difference. So making adjustment in only the 4 or 5 day period have been tough, they said. So I wonder how the swimmers will step up tonight for the first session of finals.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's 7:30 over in Melbourne, isn't it? 7:30 p.m. that is, and it's 8:30 here. It's 11 hours of time difference. Like, isn't it your body needs 1 day per 1 hour, really? And
I 12 days. You need 12 days to adjust to the Australian time difference.
Yeah, so that's a hell of a lot, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like we're up on the 400 almost. Lining past the lane 5.
Yeah, so this was considering this has probably been the fastest event in the world this year, with the world record going Bingji Lee 3:51, which is an absurd time. Katie Ledecky 3:52, Summer McIntosh 3:52. This was, I think, one of the most pedestrian events. Bingji Lee pulled out, and it took a 4:02 to make the final with Leah Neal. Erica Fairweather, fastest seed with 3:58 from New Zealand. So Yeah, probably one of the slowest events of the morning, in my opinion. Only 2 girls sub 4. There's been much quicker World Cups than this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure it's still going to be a fantastic race. It's just like, when you've had the 3 fastest, not just times of the world in the world ever, like 3 fastest swimmers, all not here. It does make it a bit of a shame. Still, Lani's a cracking swimmer. Looking forward to seeing what she does. And Erica, 3:58 this morning, still impressive.
What do you think about Leah Smith, lane 6?
Oh, you can never count her out, can you? She's always there.
Yeah, so it's been a huge year for Lani, obviously with Commonwealth Games and stuff like that. And then I saw her swim one she did in I think she swam it in 3:56. She went 3:56 in August at that. What meet was it in the end of August, Sonny?
I think it was Australian trials because they came virtually straight back after commies, didn't they, and went to it.
Yeah.
That was it actually where Americans went. That's where David Johnson put down that.
That was the join the pool. That was the join the pool. Australia versus.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So that's where obviously Lani's had a great year with that respect, and then obviously getting her medals at Commonwealth Games and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if she can hold that momentum going into tonight's swim. Obviously, where did she go? She went 3:67, and someone that's only 18 years of age. That's obviously with the future coming along. The young swimmers now, Lee Binji and Tom McIntosh. It's going to be interesting to see how they fare up in the next couple of years, racing up against each other.
It is exciting, isn't it? I mean, you look at anyone but Ledecky, even though Ledecky is always going to be consistent, I believe, at that kind of really fast time. Like everyone who's coming through, like the McIntoshes, like the Lani Palsters, and even Ariane Titmus to an extent, she's still winning. Is it 21, 22?
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, still got so much time.
Are we in the water yet? I've just
hit 25. I'm at 111. They've just turned at 125.
Oh, you're miles ahead of me. Oh.
I'll keep it quiet if you like.
Okay. I've pushed forwards now. I'm at 125 as well.
Perfect. There we go. Yeah, they've just turned at 150.
Yeah, 126.5. Reese, where are you, mate?
Literally, I'm logging into it now. I've been trying to get it. I'm not on my laptop, that's why.
All right.
Well, at the moment, it's looking like a very good race between Erica Fairweather and Lani Pallister.
Yeah, I mean, how do you like to pace a 400? I think an even split is always good. Jay, what was your approach?
When I did my best races, I was always even split. I tried to be as close as possible between the first and the last 200, but I also fairly regularly got a bit too caught up with going out fast or being involved in the race. But if you see when you see a really good, especially like the Olympic level or like any top meet, most of the swimmers are like have that only maximum of about a second gap between the top, the first and second 200s, and like that's seriously impressive. But it shows that this fits the race, doesn't it?
This is like a perfect spearhead here. We've got the 4 and 5 in the middle. Then we've got the 2 Americans a little bit, 2.5 seconds back. It's a perfect spearhead. Something that I found out crazy about Lani Pallister is that she actually does. She went to the World Champs for World Life Saving. I had a few mates who done that, and she was at the the competition in, I think it was in Italy, and she's like a world champion in life saving as well as swimming.
I think I remember seeing a post. I think she won I think it was 8 or 9 medals at the competition.
The Michael Phelps of life saving.
Yeah, literally.
Reese, as soon as you said that, I thought of Benji.
Talking about the World Life Saving Champs. One of my
mates, goes Lani. He's pushing ahead now, going into the last 50.
Oh yeah, I'm at 350 now as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think this is going to be Lani for the win for sure. And it's going to be fast.
It's not going to be slow, no.
354, 355?
354, yeah, 354 high, 54
yeah, big finish. She's just gone 29.5 on that 50, so...
Yeah, it's going to be 354 then.
Yeah, hopefully.
Do we like the little graphic bottom left? We're getting the 25 splits and stuff. 340.6 with 25 to go.
I do like that, actually.
They have definitely moved on a long way to swimming with regards to the meters per second and stuff. 355.0.
That's good. No, that's good.
That is solid. Good start.
Second and a half PB.
Big swim. She was in my team before I knew Lee Bingji had pulled out, so I do feel quite happy about that.
Yeah.
So,
I'd say that's quite interesting. There, obviously, the two swimmers from the eastern side of the world getting the win there, and then everyone else struggling to. I wonder if that's going to be a sort of a trend this weekend of the Aussies and the New Zealand swimmers got the advantage, obviously.
yes, as you said, Reece, like, they don't have to deal with all that jet lag, do they? Well, they may do. I think it's only a maximum of an hour, isn't it, from other parts of Australia? So
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be too bad for them at all. Home
That's
advantage,
it.
they do say, don't they? So
Oh, I like that. I do like that little touch. If you look above the water now, they have the swimmers like pictures. That's quite cool. That's quite cool. That
very cool.
Yeah, well, World's a cool meet. I'm still confused as to whether or not this is the FINA World Championships or the World Aquatic World Championships. It seems like they've rebranded, but not rebranded this meet. It seems a bit. I'm like, what?
It does seem like it's FINA, and then in brackets, World Aquatics, doesn't it? So
the weather's been atrocious out there. That just gave me a reminder. Then I just seen everyone in coats. It's meant to be summer in Australia, and I've just seen it on poolside there with the coaches wearing coats and hats and stuff like that.
Yeah. Tom uploaded on his Instagram story. Check out Tom Rushed on Instagram, but it was like a full gale force storm going on as him and some other coaches walked to the pool. And yeah.
So looking at results here, we've got the 1 to 8 here. I reckon Japanese Maya Namba would be quite disappointing to miss out on the medal there, because obviously she went 4:01. However, her entry time was 3:59, so obviously that would have got her snuck her the bronze medal. 4:03 in a world final. I feel like just because of the distance of where it is, I feel like a lot more swimmers would have probably had the chance to be able to get the money and make that final. Obviously, I saw a tweet yesterday from someone about a load of swimmers complaining about making money, but then a lot of swimmers haven't travelled here.
Yeah.
Where you have there's obviously everyone has their own stuff, but I feel like the money that it would cost for some swimmers to get to Australia, like obviously we know someone that's Sonny coach, Simon. I don't know if Chad, I haven't spoken to Chad much recently, but I don't know, did Chad have to pay for himself to go to work?
So, I mean, South Africa are a bit of a niche market that they don't do anything to support their swimmers, but I don't think they should be seen as an expectation. Like, if you're South African, this is not a money-making opportunity, because once you've paid for flights and the rest of it, you've got to win a few races to be all right. But if you're swimming for GB, Australia, USA, any of these, I mean, even the smaller countries, like I know that the athletes I've worked with from Estonia, Czech Republic, these sort of countries, they support their athletes really well, and you'll have your flights covered, you'll have your accommodation covered, and therefore, even if you can sneak a couple of finals. But I think it's really missed, and how little money you make for how well you have to do. And we can sit there and say 4:03 is not crazy, and it's not. I think Freya Colbert won the Scottish meeting around that a couple of days ago, but it's still really hard to make a top 8 or a top 6. What's the top 8? Yeah. And we can talk about the 50 fly. That's the next event, I think, the men's 50 fly semis. And just to make the top 16 was a 22.53, which got a swim off between Flo Manadou and Niels Sanjay. And both of them then dropped 22.3. So it was 22.31 from Florent Manadou to win the swim off to 22.35, 0.04. And I mean, this is really fast. 2 22.0s all the way to 22.5 just to make the semi-finals. And then you're looking at top 8 is 22.3. But I'm wrong. It's actually the women's 50 fly we have next.
Some of the there's a bit of a. I'm surprised Louise Hansen and Marie Wattel aren't featured in this.
Yeah. So who did they miss, or did they?
No. So Louise is in the 100 back. She's qualified first for the final, so she's obviously prioritised that over the 50 fly this time. I don't know about Marie though.
Is Marie at the meet?
Yeah. Check that out.
That's actually a good point.
I know.
Trustworthy Instagram. That'll give us some.
Did you see him on the French relay team? Did France have it? France didn't have a 4x1 relay, which is surprising considering.
No, I don't think Marie is there. To be honest with you,
No,
Again,
France
it might be
never
just a
relay.
small team. Like you look at some of the teams that they've taken, they are really small, aren't they? So
She wrote best
Okay.
of luck to my international teammates. Right, let's get
So
this
we've
done.
got semi-final number 1 about to go in the 50 fly. We've got lane 4, Melanie Hanique, and in lane 5, Tori Husk. So
Tori Husk
second
has had a
seed,
great few years,
24-8.
hasn't she? Just breaking onto the scene.
Yeah. I don't know. Melanie Hanique's pretty fast. Tori Husk has been 24s. No one else really seems stand out in this semi-final. And I'm really sorry, Robert, we cannot share the swimming screen. You're going to have to go on the live stream. I've put the live stream in the comments. It's here, aquatics.eurovision.tv/main. It's free. So you can literally have us in the background and you can put up the swimming in the forefront. And if you refresh the swimming, you'll get in the same live as all of us. I think we're on the blocks here, boys.
yeah, just about going up now.
Just about going to blocks now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're on now.
So
who have you boys got in this race?
Tori Husk.
I would say Tori Husk, but you know, I reckon
I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm going Melanie Hanique.
25-1, 25-2 to make it back. I reckon.
I'd like to see 2 or more 24s here. I think there'll be 2.
Yeah.
3 24s would be really nice,
Yeah.
though.
Well, 24-8 is the top qualifier in the heat, so
Yeah.
hopefully should get at least 1.
Both
11-1.
hit levels.
25.
Well, it looks like it's
Yeah,
3 and a
Tori
lane,
Husk
yeah.
is-
Lane 2 as
Tori
well.
Husk is going to get it.
Lane 2. I think lane 2's got it. Oh, Tori Husk.
Micah
Lane
Ward.
2.
Yeah, 3 swimmers sub 24 or 25. Sorry, that's cracking.
What do you think about this world record, guys? 24.38 by Therese Alshammer.
Is that still by Therese Alshammer?
She went to Loughborough. Interesting.
Wow.
The only reason I know that is because behind the blocks they have all the swimmers from Loughborough's broken world records. Have you seen that, Jay? You've seen that?
Yeah, I've seen
She's
that.
on
Yeah.
there. Yeah, she's on there. I think
Wow.
she trained for like a year or 2.
Well, she had a long career, didn't she? What was it? Did she retire at like 38?
Something like that. Yeah, something late.
Insane.
What's the quickest in the world since then? What has been the quickest in the last 4 years?
I think Sarah Shosham's probably been quite close.
24.4, 24.5.
Like, the thing about this world record is, you know, long course, it's only 0.05 slower. I think Sarah Shosham's long course is 24.43.
4.3.
Yeah.
So
That was
looking at how close that is.
That was the potentially wind-assisted swim that's not been touched by anyone.
Very true. But she has gone like 24.6, I think, as well. Like in a closed pool as well. So like she still would be miles clear, but you are very right on that one.
Boys, we had this conversation the other day with I think it was our swimming boys from Loughborough. Does swimming outdoors actually make that wind difference? Like we were talking, Sonny, do you remember South Africa when we were on the beach on the sea point pool? And honest to God, we had a fly set, and one way, I swear to you, it felt like we were going 39s on 50 fly. Probably were at the time, to be fair. But then on the other way, you felt that the wind was actually pushing you. But does it actually have that difference, or is it just psychological?
There we go. We got the fourth man joined, Mr. Barrett.
Morning. How are you?
We got some of your event going on. We've got the 50
just in
butterfly.
time.
Just in time.
Just in time. Planned it perfectly. Wasn't running behind or anything.
Actually, what happened is Adam said, "I'm not watching the 1500." Jay's super keen for the 1500. Adam is anything but keen for the 1500.
Shows a difference of events, doesn't it?
Who won it? Who won the 15?
He hasn't been yet, mate.
No, that's
So
the last event in the morning.
Oh, 15's last. Oh, I read that wrong on the thing. My bad.
Whatever. No, I sent something that was definitely not right. So
yeah, what you sent me, it had it down as the first event.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. It
I
was
would have thought so
because
too.
the heats were this morning, so it had like, you know, like in Scottish Nationals, the results for the 15 weren't in the final session on Be Mobile. They're in the session before because they put it as like an event, not just for the finals and the heats. It's weird.
Yeah, we're on the women's 50 fly. Have you got the stream up, Adam?
Yeah, I got the stream up. Yeah.
So we've got Claire Curzon walking out, 2004 born. She medalled at
I
this
reckon
event
she
last
should
year
have
with
a great shot at making the
24.5.
final.
I think mine's slightly ahead then.
I got Beryl Gaston.
I've got
Yeah,
Beryl as
same.
well.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all right. Yeah.
Lovely.
So yeah, we've got
Maggie's
Maggie
second
McNeil. Surely
Always,
Maggie McNeil should be
the
the best
competition.
at this. You know, she's been 25-2 at 50 backstroke and is technically a butterfly swimmer. If there's someone to break the world record here, it's surely going to be Maggie.
Butterflies always seem to make good backstrokers. I mean, look at Louise as well. You know, was she world or European champion? Like,
World champion last year, 100 back.
Yeah.
How was your backstroke, Adam?
Pretty good to 15. And then after that, not very good.
Trying the right entry strategy on the back and then flip to your front when you're doing
I was
free.
pretty solid when I was younger, but as I got older, just drifted away from it. Never did it, really. I only went off a backstroke ledge for the first time ever about 3 weeks ago.
Was
How did that feel?
Was that coaching or was that racing?
Yeah, it was coach. Well, we just the club just bought some. We've been trying to get some for a while, and obviously I'd never really played around with one, so I was like, "Oh, I'll get in and have a little go." Yeah, that was a experience to say the least.
Who's this, Jay?
Who's this? What? Sorry.
Fabian. Go on, you've got to say his name. The
Hey,
breaststroke.
Fabian Schwingenschlugel.
Thank you.
Thank you for getting some love for the elfed up jumper.
Right, so what do we have here? What did it take in the last semi? What was fourth place in that last semi? 25
4 was fourth.
Is this the longest walkout you've ever seen?
It does seem that way.
Four semis normally just walk you out and then that's it. But here they did 1 by 1.
Yeah. Here's the fastest seed, 24.7.
11.2. So a little bit slow at 25 there. So obviously 0.1 slower to 25. But see if she can.
Didn't have a great turn for her. Though.
Nah, lost a lot on that wall there.
Yeah.
Maggie coming through now. You can
There we
see.
go.
So a little bit slower, 0.02. Be interesting to see how many of them got subbed at 25.1 because it was quite close.
Mm.
I can't help but think Maggie McNeil should be a lot quicker. I think she's either going to drop big in the final or I'm wrong.
Well,
What are you basing that off? Backstroke or
Just everything she does, like yards, long course, like
yeah,
she's pretty quick.
Phenomenal.
And then we got the main event next, men's 50 butterfly.
Here we go.
it was pretty quick heats this morning.
It was
Looking
really,
at
it was
I
really.
think that's probably the quickest it's ever been in the heats by a mile.
Yeah,
I mean, the world record's got to be in danger at some point. Like 22.0, like 3 of them on that in the morning.
Yeah, but
What is it? 21.75.
Yeah,
21.75. Yeah,
Do you know the biggest?
I wouldn't be.
me?
I wouldn't be surprised if many of them don't go much quicker.
Yeah,
Because it was so hard to.
I can't believe Noe went 22.0. Like Noe,
That's
somebody
probably-
Yeah,
brings
that's
every
a
stroke.
always.
that's a 48 point there from him later on in the week.
Funny, you know,
rapid.
my thing about Noah Ponte, I remember 2017, I beat him 200 fly long course.
I knew you was going to bring that up. I knew you was going to bring that up.
What's happened? How the hell is he going 22.0, 49.0, and not short course? I don't know what's happened. He just, in the last 3 years in particular, it's just come leaps and bounds.
Incoming top 8 now. So 6 of 25.
25-1.
25.1.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's nice for Sarah Junovic to make it. Obviously, normally it's Louise and Sarah, and we've got another Swedish swimmer coming through.
Fantastic.
So Adam, obviously the men's 50 flies coming up now. Obviously, it's just a quick splash and dash, but what sort of tactics do you have normally going into it? Obviously, you're an underwater phenomenon. What
for
do you...
me,
Yeah.
For me, it was always maximise your underwaters and just make sure you don't slip on the first stroke. But 50 fly short course is so different to long course because you've got to have that aggression. But even probably more so than long course. But you just can't slip any water. So it's like a real fine balance. And you'll see a few guys in this now that will slip. And, you know, they'll probably go a little bit slower than they went this morning. And they'll be the ones who can maintain that good balance that are gonna nail it. Like this fella here. He's got it down to a T.
Yeah.
Just knows how to do it.
Are they hitting per length? Not on the foot like 5?
5 to 6, I'd say. I was 5, then 6, I think.
Yeah.
So 5 on my first length, 6 on my second length. But some people are 6 and 6. I think some people come a bit earlier. You know, it's individualistic, but.
Did you find the difference, obviously, when you're racing tapered to racing untapered, that maybe them 5 strokes were easier when you were tapered than when you were untapered?
No, it was always 5 strokes.
Always 5. Okay, yeah.
Always 5 on the first leg, no matter what. Sometimes the number of kicks would change, Like
Okay.
it'd be maybe 7 kicks instead of 8 kicks or something like that off the wall, off the start. But I tried, especially when I was untapered, to hit everything exactly the same.
Yeah.
So it feels the same when you race tapered, essentially.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
Sonny,
we've
what-
got our fantasy team, Sonny, Dylan Carter.
Big
I got
deal.
Dylan Carter, yeah. Dylan's my man. Dylan's my man.
You can't not have him after how we got on at the after the world what's called short course series.
Well, I have to back certain people. If Adam was in this race, Adam's my man. You know, Adam, Dylan, Chaddy, you got to back your boys. Jay, if you was in this race, I'd try and back you, but I just can't see you doing a 50 butterfly.
I was going to say.
Genuinely
Is this a breakout for that Zen? I'm not sure I've heard of him before.
Which one?
Lane Ford, Zen Wei Xiong.
So
he was the one that was at Commies.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. He's 23-0 long.
Yeah.
He only does 53 and fly. He doesn't do anything else. He's just an absolute like rocket.
Yeah.
His start's incredible.
Yeah.
Ilya Karen, I'm going to be honest with you, obviously, Sonny, I'm a bit of a swimming nose, and I've never heard of him. And I see at the World Cup, and then he beat Chad. And I'm like,
no one's heard of him because he's 17. That's why about a week ago, he's like PBing every time he races. And he just went the world junior record in the heat, 22.32.
I'm pretty sure he came 156 to the World Cups, and then he went a 150 or 1. Yeah.
150 or 1. Yeah. I don't think it might have been 149, but 150.
Yeah.
This race is really deep. I've just noticed that basically top 4 could go. I mean, any of these guys could make the semi. You've got Michael Andrew, Dylan Carter, the world record holder Santos, Florent Manadou up in the bottom lane in lane 8.
He was in the swim off, wasn't he, earlier?
Yeah, he beat Niels by 0-4, 22-3-1.
Yeah, he's been world champion in this event, I believe, before. And
are we in the water now?
Literally just squeaking in.
Oh yeah.
God, flow start is good. God, this is
always first.
Santos first at the touch there. Oh no, flow.
10-0, 10-02 for Dylan. Dylan's turn's going to be Dylan's killed it off the wall.
Ooh,
this is Dylan or Santos.
Santos.
22-0. New world junior record for 4th. That's 4 guys under 22-3 then. That's Jesus.
Swift.
I wouldn't want to be in the next semi now. Dylan's through safely.
Sam, we're watching it on Eurosport.
Yeah, look, I'll stick the link again. We're pretty all much in time, which is good. So you can, we're not spoiling anything for anyone. But I'll put the link again in the chat. It's here. Watch it with us. Yeah.
Come and join.
What did you think of the Pikachu hat, the Pikachu bucket hat by Flo?
It's a big statement.
It's only a good statement if you make it back to the final, isn't it? Did we see where he come?
I think he was 3rd, but I'm not sure.
Are we going to get it now?
I might be wrong.
He was 7th.
Wow.
7th. Oh, 22-2.
Who's this? Ilya. What's his name? Who's he?
He's a 17-year-old.
Oh, is this the fella you were talking about? Sorry.
Who does 200 fly as well. Michael Andrew out.
Combination.
I mean, we're not going to see a joint 4 for a swim off here. 4th, 22-8. Is that going to be 8?
We could do.
There could be a swim off between the young lad and the other guy.
Interestingly, as well, Michael Andrew, just want to point it out, was the most expensive man on that FINA fantasy game. At 51 coins, when virtually every single other person was about 10. Anyone who made the investment there has made a mistake, I think.
Yeah.
The game didn't make much sense.
Is it American Run, the website?
Yeah. Probably. There was 5 or 6 people who were more than 10 stars, and he was worth 51.
Youssef Ramadan walking out. This guy's pretty good yards. He's a solid 4,900 fly as well, so he's pretty quick. Simon Boucher, don't really know much about him. Austrian fella.
Here's Kawamoto.
Oh, got some South African in the chat. Hey, Luca, what's going on, mate?
Getting ready for the big man to come out.
Yeah. Chaddy's.
There he is, Mateo as well, Trav. Big drops last year at ISL.
Yeah. Mateo was 22-0 for 3rd place last year at World Short Course. He won the 100.
There's Chaddy.
Here he is, boy.
Always allowing Chad to be there.
I texted Chad before the heat and I said, just make the semi-final. And he just texted me back afterwards saying 7th.
Marius Kush always seems to be there. He's got some cracking videos on Instagram at the moment where he's playing around, and fellow Titan as well. So looking forward to seeing what he does.
And then there's the other world record holder, Seb Shabo, 21.75. People talk about Santos a whole lot more than they do about Sebastian, just because I think Santos is about 50 years old.
Yeah, the age massive. And I think if you look at the back catalogue of the amount of times he's done certain swims because of that age, I think that just puts him slightly ahead in people's minds.
Yeah,
he's blinded into that finish as well.
Performing as he is at his age. But
I'm
not
not-
well, I can't believe how quick No Ponte's been, you know. Like, I know him more for the 100 and particularly 200 fly, you know. Was it second at World Champs last year, and he's qualified first for this 50 fly.
149.6, second at the in the 200. That's the only medal we got at World Short Course last year was the 200. So just the fact that he's in this 50 as first seed is pretty crazy. But like long course, he breathes every stroke. So I mean, I just can't see him breathing every stroke, right? Like, there's no way you go 22.
I've never seen someone do that short course.
Surely not. That'd be baffling.
Are we going to see a 21 here?
Fingers crossed.
I'm putting it down there.
Oh, I thought it was a twitch in lane 1.
Yeah, there was. No, it was lane 2.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, Revolta's out. Yeah, Revolta's out.
He'll be out. That was definitely a twitch. Who's that? Is that Chaddy?
No, Chaddy's had a blinder of a start.
Oh, Seb.
Oh.
It could be a 21 here.
1.3 faster than the first.
9.8. 9.8 to 25. 10 double
Too
overs
strong on the finish there. 21.9.
21.90.
Chad's definitely. Ooh.
Chad was third. He's in 22.
1,
I think. Yeah.
That's his fastest in a long time. Good stuff.
Very much so.
Yeah, showing his prowess, isn't he? Really there. Oh.
21.90. Sebastian Shabo looks great.
He looked very good to 25. I don't think he looked as good on the second. I mean, 21.9 still fantastic, but you know, comparatively,
got
a great start.
I say this to you: if Chad just sorted that dive out, going 22.1 with a dive like that,
he might. He's
Look.
quick off the block there, Seth.
I mean, his underwater and everything about his stroke is phenomenal, isn't it? Really, Chad.
Yeah.
So, I think he's thinking out in that race. Then who was it?
I've got the sheet here. I'm just going to put it up. Hopefully,
The results up now. I must be behind.
there we go.
Okay,
Oh yeah, DQ. Look, Revolta DQ.
Wow.
So, we got the swim off. Tied 8th.
It's fantastic.
Karun and Zaystef, Estonia and Canada. 22.28 swim off for. Chad was 22.0. We've done the maths wrong, but that's really.
Well, it said point.
One of Chad's best.
Yeah.
Can we just acknowledge as well? 22.18 is 7th. You know, that's really fast.
That is
what came? I think to get into the final last year, you need to go to about 22.4. So it's a huge jump, really.
Yeah, it shows that all the big guns have really come to play at this one, doesn't it? Really.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about. I mean, jet lag or whatever. This one doesn't seem too affected. Last year 21.93 won it by Santos, so we've already seen quicker. And 22.11 was the quickest through in a semi. So you know how many guys there? 5 guys under.
Yeah.
And 22.45 to make it through last year. So it's way quicker. Way quicker.
Probably thinking of that time. It's still pretty fast.
Did Ben Proud not do it?
Ben pulled out. Ben pulled out.
Pulled out.
Yeah.
Just doing the freestyle.
Just doing the freestyle.
Big week for him.
There's 3 of them. You know what he's like. It hurts. It hurts the boy doing that extra 3 races.
Need at least a week off between the two.
It's interesting because Britain obviously had a relay, women's relay this morning. They didn't field a men's one. I wonder what the logistics behind that were, because obviously they have Dino out there. They have Ben Proud. He could do 103.
No,
Cool.
not if it's his choice.
There's no way Ben's doing 100 freestyle potentially ever again. Oh, he used to do it at ISL. He used to do it at ISL, to be fair.
I think if someone gave him the option not to do it, he would quite comfortably not do it, though.
Also, ISL, you are getting paid a bit of bucks to do it, aren't you?
I think it's a shame we don't have Adam out there. We'd have a decent 4x50 with Lewis, Ben, Adam, and find someone else.
Well, Dino would do all right, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Well, based off what Matt was throwing down last week, you could have a very good one.
Sure. Yeah, that was very impressive.
Is there 4x50 at Worlds?
Yeah. They have both the.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
They have the medley and the mix, don't they? In both.
Yeah.
Are you
85 relays here?
Are you both seeing the walkout for the finals? They got beach huts.
That is very. That is fantastic.
Oh, we've got medal ceremony here, have we? Yeah.
At least they're trying
too
to do
enthusiastic.
This is
So
weird.
obviously next event we have the women's 200 IM next. Abby obviously swam at English Nationals last week when the 205.4, and she said that felt amazing. Obviously now she's heading into this one with 207 heat.
There we go.
All right.
Takes me a while to find it.
Yeah.
So Kate Douglas, Alex Walsh, Merritt Steenberg, Kaylee McEwen, Charlotte Bonnet, Sydney Pickram, Abby Wood, and Sarah. Mary just missing out in 9th. And the Olympic champion Yui Ahoshi in 13th.
Wow.
Sonny, do we know Rebecca Mader?
I mean, I know her from South Africa, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're in South Africa. Do we meet her? Or did she go to comics or?
She went to commies, yeah. She went to commies.
Okay.
She does like breaststroke IM. She's pretty solid. I mean, she just missed the world final by 0.2.
Yeah.
So
204.3. That's a big statement in the morning from Kate Douglas. I wonder if that
Ireland.
201. Am I right? That was there 201. Oh, that is going to be a tough one to ever get, I reckon.
What do you mean by island?
I think you meant ISL.
ISL. Yeah, I did a couple of them. I think, didn't I? Yeah. When Chad was out injured, they put me in for the playoffs. Came in and did a couple. See, Big Jamie dropped a couple of 50 points in recent weeks as well.
50.2? 50 point. I think that's what he's asking.
That's why he's asking. Yes, Jamie, you did go quicker than me. I went last year, if that's what you're wondering.
Jamie just am I quicker than you, Adam?
Sprinkling salt.
Not on
he's-
TV. Not on TV.
I think he's quickest. He'll be quickest in Britain this year, won't he?
Yeah, 50 points.
I think the boys went quicker than him last week.
This year will be 50.2 for Jamie, 50.5 for Bath Boy, Jacob Peters, 50.8 by Matt Richards, 51.0 from Josh Gammon, and one other guy.
I feel like there were 3 people at 50 point at Scottish. Could be wrong there.
And Mildred was
In
51.0.
the 100 fly, I thought it was like 3 people. I remember it was Matt and Jacob. I thought there's one other.
No. I used to
Sonny, who was the other fella you said went 51?
So 51.0 was Ed Mildred and Josh Gammon.
That's probably
Josh Gammon.
yeah.
Where's he swimming?
Bath Uni. He's serious.
Okay.
He won 154 in the 200 as well.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Will anyone beat Whiffin's 1500 from Scottish? I don't think so. I don't know. 14-14. I think that could be a world beater.
It's a seriously impressive time. I think the only person I can really see doing it is Paltrinieri. I don't think he's going to really have a race, because Romanchuk, Wellbrook, and that aren't here. So it'll be really interesting to see. But no, I reckon that Whiffin could be I reckon he probably should be first or second. On the time that he did at Scottish, it was seriously impressive.
Did Ireland just not take anybody?
No.
Dan
Yeah.
didn't go because I think he spoke with Andy and he said to travel and stuff like that. The time they were missing out on training, the jet lag, if it would be worth it, if they would get it right. No.
Yeah, well, world medal might have been worth it.
Yeah, maybe that.
Jay, Adam, people not going to this meet, what do you think about that? Because, I mean, you're two guys that probably would have loved an opportunity, you know, definitely in the past. And it's been a struggle, I know, for Adam going to meets like this. Jay, did you ever go to World Short Course?
No, never was All European Short Course. It's a shame because there was 1 year when I had a really, really good short course season. I think I would have placed my 400 freestyle time would have placed third 1 year in the Europeans, I'm pretty sure. But you never know what's going to happen when you're in a race as well in that competition. But no, never taken to any of them. I guess it's to do with our selection policy, isn't it? So, you know, it's long course translated to short course a lot of the time for experience. So.
Well, and Adam, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just gonna clarify. Do you mean people in general or people from Britain not going?
Well, just people in. I mean, this question's more about people that are choosing not to go.
Well, my view's always been on it. A medal's a medal, or an opportunity to get a medal is an opportunity to get a medal. And you know, for some people, you don't know where that's going to come. It may be that you're focusing on it coming in a long course race, which is, you know, let's be honest, most people's like aspirations and goals going forward through the season. That's what everything will be geared towards. But do you miss out on potentially coming second or third here for a 6th place at Worlds long course? You know, at the end of the day, you'll look back on your career and think, oh, that medal was a great thing to do. That medal was a great thing to pick up there and then. You know, you're not going to remember if it's long. Well, you will remember if it's long course or short course, but you know, it's the feeling and the intangibles that come with that as well. Like you just don't know how it can. You know, like you say in there, people always, you know, don't want to miss out on the training, so they don't focus on doing it. But I think the positive reinforcement of coming away to some of these meets, competing with the best people in the world, and getting that, you know, that positive affirmation. Yeah, that's exactly what that guy says. It's still a world championship title. You know, at the end of the day, like, why would you almost deny yourself that? Unless, you know, you're not the strongest, you know, you're not the strongest short course swimmer, and you know you're a lot better long course, then for sure go to that. But that's, you know, that's why they're basically two different sports almost.
Yeah. The way I see it is almost as like, imagine yourself as like a brand almost. And like, if you've got the chance to develop your brand and you know that going into a competition like this, you can make finals, make medals, you know, win gold. Like it just develops your brand even more, doesn't it? Like, you know, become.
And you know, from another point of view, you see now sort of the prize money they're offering out for wins up to 8. I mean, what's it for 8th place? You get like,
I think it's $2,000 still.
A few grand for coming 8th.
Yeah,
that's what we said.
I mean, it's not.
Spoke about that before you came on there, Adam. We were saying you get $2,000 for coming 8th. Yeah. But say someone who is South African, let's say, and they're not the top swimmers, but they will come 8th. Let's say they could make a final and squeeze in. That $2,000 they make, they have to pay for that travel and their own hotel.
No, I'm not in any way saying it's enough. But it's, you know, something. for certainly for people in those sort of for that sort of country environment where they have to pay for their own flights there, it's nowhere near enough. You know, every person at this championship is a full-time athlete. There may be a couple of exceptions, but so why should they not be paid as a full-time athlete?
In 2021, so last year World Short Course, there was for the top 8 67.5 grand. This year there's 45 grand for the top 8. So it's gone down 22.5 grand. 15 grand last year for the win.
50%,
10 grand this year.
33%.
Yeah, 33%.
Yeah, it's huge.
Well, they've got no competition. That's the problem. So they have to.
So ISL's gone, and you know, 5 grand for winning a race difference is huge, and it's like 15 grand wasn't enough to begin with.
No,
right. The girls are in. Here we are.
200 IMR,
world champion. That should mean a lot.
I was talking to my girlfriend yesterday about it, and I was like, just like the comparison with like tennis, and she was like, well, what do you get for winning Wimbledon? I was like, 1.9 million.
I feel like it's more than that, isn't it?
Maybe. I did Google it. It was like 2 million, 1.9 million.
Yeah, still it's a ton of money.
and that's just for the final. In the semi-finals, they get like, I think
they get like half.
Yeah, half, and then the quarter, and they end up making maybe like 4 million if you win or something stupid.
Yeah. We think about Michael Phelps winning 8 golds in Beijing, and he was offered this massive sponsorship by Speedo. Like if he did it, and it was £1 million, which is still less than winning Wimbledon, the 8 Olympic gold medals.
I think we do sometimes lose sight of a little thing. As popular as swimming is, it's nowhere near on the scale of these other sports at the moment because the exposure is just not there. So it's all well and good saying we want to be paid this amount of money, but we've got to find a way to make it more interesting for people to watch.
But at the same time,
I don't know how you do that.
Venus just said they have 130 million in the bank at this Congress meeting they just did. So, one way or the other, they could use a bit more of that money.
Yeah,
but
like a 2-horse race going into the
we've got the Americans into the last 50 with Kaylee McKeon sitting in third.
Douglas as well. Yeah,
I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, obviously I'm really good friends with Abby Wood, and I just want her to have that massive breakthrough because I've seen some of the stuff she does.
Yeah, you want her just to get that third instead of 4 for that.
Yeah.
She feels like she deserves it.
She really does. I've seen her train before, and she's a monster. So
Yeah. Like
this
is
I still believe it'll come. I really do. I just think it's just not this meeting. Like 4 days.
2-1. The world record nearly win.
Jesus Christ!
That was really quick. Sorry, that was really quick.
That was rapid. I think I was looking at Abby thinking she was maybe struggling a little bit, and I didn't realise that those people were absolutely flying down. Oh, there he is, Charlie Swanson.
Impressive. Charlie Swanson, there he was, the boy.
And we think about how quick Katinka Hoshi was, like to take down a super suited world record in 2:06.15 long course, taking it down. Yeah. And she could do short course like that.
We are finally at that point now where, with Popovici last year, all these super suit records, the sport has evolved now.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot more people be close to them, not just like the one outlier.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 3 people there close to that, whereas before Hosu won that race and she was miles in front.
Yeah. It's quite nice there. I think their training partners, Kate Douglas and Alex Walsh, aren't they? They're both at Virginia.
Yeah, I believe so.
And obviously, we should have expected something big then, because obviously, was it Alex Walsh? She went the fastest time in history ever. Like ever. Like when I say ever, I'm exaggerating how much it was by as well in the 200-yard IM in season as well.
That was actually Gretchen Walsh, her sister. In
was it?
Yeah, UVA, Virginia women's swimming is like as good as it gets right now. And Kate Douglas is like a bit of an all-rounder. Like she's the fastest ever 200 breaststroker in yards. She's top 3 of all time in the 100 butterfly yards. She's like as quick as Maggie McNeil. She's Olympic medalist 2IM, second fastest of all time 2IM short course as of now. So she's pretty damn good. And that swim was crazy. She's doing the 200 breaststroke as well and could threaten the world record, I think, based off that.
I think before that swim, wasn't Katinka Hoshi 2 seconds clear at the top?
Yeah, there's no one
would have been sub 2:03 before that, and now there's 3 swimmers going 2:03.8 or faster in that swim. That's very impressive.
Yeah, that was crazy.
My trademarks made a great point as well there about the Wimbledon.
Yeah,
just for making the competition, 128 competitors getting at least 40k there.
Well, I mean, that's what it should be. You should be paid to go.
Yeah. Well,
you shouldn't have to worry about your having to get into a final and having to medal to support yourself.
Yeah. Do we remember? I'm not sure if you remember this, Barrett, but do you remember the talk of the Alliance, the swimming alliance that went round? And they were trying to get people.
Do you know when that was?
It was season 2 of ISL.
No, because I was out of the game. I was out of the game then, wasn't I? Yeah.
Yeah. But they were talking about it, and I think they were trying to get people paid from 16th through 32nd as well, at massive competitions. Because at the end of the day, this is why our sport becomes so elitist. The top gets so much. It starves the resources almost.
Well, it's why it becomes elitist and why it becomes ageist as well.
Yeah,
exactly. There's only so long you can go on for without the support.
Yeah, but then again, you look at people who are still able to do it at this meet. Look at who are still able to keep going. It shows that if they still have the resources, then maybe it could be different.
More betting needed. If there's more betting involved, swimming will make more money. It's true.
I said
really have people bet.
Yeah, I had this conversation with someone. I don't know why you. It sounds a bit callous, but I don't know why you don't treat us like horses.
Yeah,
have it as horse racing. I mean, you said it sounds stupid, but you start getting people betting on it like that, that's how you make money.
Do you know what?
It's a little bit. You might have a moral obligation to aversion to it, but you've got to find a way to do something.
Yeah,
the only time I've known that to work was 2018 Comedy Sonny. I think you heard this story. Remember all the Loughborough swimmers bet on Wilby?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay, you probably heard about this. And he won like everyone. Wilby won the 200 breasts, and people backed him to win. They put like 100 quid on, and he won. He won like I think he won like 20 grand for Loughborough swimmers, like 1,500. Like Faz won 1,500. Someone else won 1,500. Tom Kingham won like 2 grand.
Unbelievable.
All right,
yeah, I did hear about that. That's so cool, especially when he was going in lane 8 as well. Like, you just don't expect it.
I think Shane Cases has got this. I would love Matt Sates to get up there after his going 150 at a World Cup in the middle of September or whatever he did that a few years ago.
Foster's got to be up there, isn't he? Like
just quickly want to shout out Sweet Titans, Finley Knox and Alberto Rossetti, both in my sweepstake team. Come on, my lads.
Andy Ammo.
Andy Ammo, indeed.
Jesus, this is a bit much. Don't ever come and post this.
Yeah. Hey Jude. Yes. For Christ's sake, I'll just see what you commented.
I'm putting it on Cassis. I would love to see Sates win it, but I'm going with Cassis.
Seeing Shane Cases do the 200 Iron at US Nationals live, I remember we watched it on poolside, and oh my god, he just carried so much water on that fly and back, and then the breaststroke even. He reminds me of Duncan when Duncan split that 32 back in like 2019 at trials. Like so out of nowhere, just brought in a breaststroke, and I was like, same with Shane the other day in August when he went 155 low, 154 high.
No one's mentioned Dyer though. Dyer's pretty good at this short course meters business.
Very true.
Hasn't he? Is it the 400 he's won at multiple?
Yeah, he's the world record holder.
Yeah,
world record holder
as well.
No, I know he's the world record holder, but doesn't he won like 3 or 4 back to back?
I think you're right there. Yeah,
in one of them.
Well, he's had a terrible start there by the looks of it.
Shane Cases out there in front. I can only say if he's winning after the fly and then the back, I think he's got it.
Yeah,
I mean Shane's out in 23.5, and that's probably
huge for Matt though.
Oh,
Matt's doing really well.
Yeah, crikey, good start.
Go on, Matty boy. Go on, Matt. Matt needs to win a medal at a world meet. Like he's so good. Matt's backstroke's his weakest as well, and he's there at the backstroke.
It's so annoying of Matt. It's so annoying of him because he swam last season. Long course in season, so amazing, and then he got commies. Obviously, I spoke to him then. He got ill, so and then like what else?
He didn't get ill. He was fine. He just struggles with the big meets. I was there. He's not.
Did he not get COVID?
No,
bro. We were training in Loughborough. He said that he got COVID or something.
He just whiny. I don't see him not. I think Matt wins this. I really think Matt wins this.
Wow.
There's no way Shane beats him on the freestyle. Matt's going to win this.
Dyer, look at Dyer.
I'm not sure they're under. Missed that.
Matt's winning this.
3 out of 100.
Matt's win. This is Matt's. Matt's 100% won this. There's no one who's back ending Matt. If he's leading at 150.
Is this going to be a 150 point maybe? This could be flipping rapid.
I can't. Matt has finally won a race. Thank God. Double reference for the turn.
Pulling away as well.
There he is.
Of course he is.
Shane's struggling.
Go behind him.
Shane's not going to get a medal.
PB as well.
Like he's not. Go on, Finn.
Whoa! Go on, lad.
All the young boys, that is there.
50.1. Wow.
Oh, I'm so happy Matt's finally won.
That's flipping fast as well.
On the lane rope.
Wayne the boy.
Oh, bless him.
Look at Wayne.
Wayne Dog. Look at Wayne Dog filming it. He loves it. Oh, Wayne's so happy.
That's going to be on his Facebook later.
There's Claymore.
Jimmy. I'm happy for Matt there. After seeing him the first round of ISL, first round of the World Cups this year, go so fast and drop off every round, it's good to see him back up there.
Cracking from that.
Matt could go on a tear now. Matt could win the 2-3, the 4 AM, the 4-3. Like once Matt has momentum, it's all good. It's all gravy. Yeah, that was really good. A lot of people were talking big about Shane. I saw someone tweet he was going to get like a sub 149. I was like, you have no idea. Like you don't understand how hard swimming fast is at a big meet and going.
People get carried away, don't they?
Yeah. So there was, 151.0 by Finley was third. So it was 150.1 Matt, 150.9 Carson, 151.0 Finley, 151.3 Shane and Dyer, 151.7 Alberto. That's a really fast race, actually. That's really fast.
Eighth was 151.7. Wow.
Eighth was 151.7.
Wow. That would have probably medalled at most previous world championships.
Yeah.
Because when Ryan got that world record, he swam 149 back in like 2014. He won by
what time did you say eighth was?
151.7.
No, sixth
Sure.
was 151.7.
Oh,
Yeah,
sixth,
sixth. Yeah.
Eighth was 153. So there's two 153s.
There we go. Yeah, they're like 2 seconds behind easily.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad if I missed that. Hey, Matt's
I
my
wanna see
boy. Of course I do.
I want to see. Matt came in with 26 then.
Yeah, 26.9. It's really weird on the splits. They're all 25s, but yeah, 27.9 on the backstroke bump from Matt, which is pretty
I've
good.
not seen that before, getting all the times to 25s.
Yeah.
It is, you're right.
I do, but I'm not listening to what people are saying, so I don't know what they're saying. What's Matt saying? Matt looks happy. I can't hear him.
Matt split 31 on the breaststroke split.
Matt's shouting at his grandparents. Leave him alone. As if Brett's woken up.
In the chat, is it?
Are you going to come join us, Brett? Come on. I don't care if you're in bed. In you come.
Cracking stuff.
Have they asked him about Chad?
No.
No,
He
Not
said
that I
shout
heard.
out to my training partners.
just shouting out his training.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks,
I
guys.
did that the other day actually. I wonder if something's gone on behind.
Oh, it's Wayne and Eugene.
Congratulations. Well done, ladies.
Matt looks like he's lost a bit of weight. He looks really big sometimes, and he looks really lean there. I think he looks a bit too big sometimes.
I get that sometimes as well.
Brett's up watching. Cheers, Brett. It's because we're all British. British do this. We don't have any of your American Australian crossover going on. No, we miss you, Brett. Are we straight into the 100 backstroke?
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
Straight in.
Kylie Mass qualifying in 14th or something. So she.
Yeah, there was a couple of surprises. It was Kylie Mass and I think Kaylee McEwen, but I imagine they were just holding back a little bit after everything was going
Eddie
on.
Harris.
I
good
think
female
Katie's up
there,
to
yeah.
events, hasn't she? So Eddie, nice to see a Brit in there.
Did we have anybody swim the 200 IM earlier?
Oh, of course it was.
Abby.
Say again, sorry.
No, the boys. The boys
Yeah,
team.
Tom Dean. I think he was 11th.
153 went.
Yeah.
Dino didn't make that.
Yeah.
Swimmers seem
Again,
pretty rubbish at media. Jay, Adam, that's an attack on you.
If they're referring to like being interviewed straight after race, like I agree, because I think it's incredibly difficult to talk straight after you've done a max effort swim and think of something interesting to say. I think they need to find a better alternative to interviewing swimmers than like straight after that.
And they've got to come up with some more interesting questions as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can only answer the questions that are given to you.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, are you happy with the win?
Yeah.
Well, of course, I'm going to be happy with the win.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Can I just say quickly on Craig's point? I think he wants a little bit more of like Coleman Stewart and Coleman Stewart and Ryan Murphy kind of beef, because that did generate some interest, didn't it? Really, that was cracking. That was when he was fuming, wasn't he?
It's just hard. It's hard when you're worrying about keeping sponsors happy and trying to make yourself appealing to a sponsor, and then to be calling people out and all the stuff that people actually want to hear. But
I agree with this somewhat, and the only reason I'm able to say what I say is obviously I'm not in the limelight like any other swimmers. But I think swimmers are just boring as hell, to be honest with you. I think swimming, like, it reminds me of watching footballers when they do interviews. They're just, Adam was right with what he said about the timing of the interviews could be better because you are right. They're interviewing you after a 400 IM. Like, what are you meant to say? What banter are you gonna have after a 400 IM? Like,
Got the PJs on. Got the PJs on.
what time is it there?
In podcasts, Reese, all the swimmers come across a lot better. Like, when they can actually have that time to delve deep and stuff. It's so much more interesting then. But like straight after.
Yeah, I've said this, Jay. Like, if I was a decent level swimmer and I got interviewed, I'd make it just so much more interesting. Like, I'd just put a bit of banter in there, make people laugh. Whereas, like, it's very serious swimming. It's like, yes, no, I've been training really hard. I haven't been out for 6 months, even though we know you're lying because we see on your stories that you went out the other week. Like, it's just this sort of like professional atmosphere thing that some swimmers put on. I just think it's so fake.
Yeah, and open up a little bit about your life as well. If you're in that stage and that platform, and you want people to like respect you or like have a bit more info about you, that is your chance.
Yeah. 26.8 first 50 Ingrid Wilm.
It's quick.
This is good for Hannah Roosevelt. I've seen her about. Hannah Roosevelt kicking about the scene for a while now, and I've seen she's always that relay on the back foot leg.
It's probably because she's blonde and Swedish, Reese, and you follow her on Instagram. That is the only truth there.
No,
Brett,
blonde and Swedish is why I don't follow her.
4 a.m.
No, it's 4:30 in the morning, and I was just listening to Matt Sate's call. You guys did a good job. I loved it. It was fun. It's actually I've never watched my show back for someone else running it, Sonny. You're doing a great job here, mate. And the boys are engaging. I'm loving it.
Cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
Thank you.
Brett.
Yeah.
55.9 to win the heat.
5'9".
Simone at fifth. Hopefully she makes it back.
I believe she's coached by Dave Johnson, who was my ISL coach. So
that is all correct. That is all correct. But she was LA Current, right? She was LA Current.
Yes, she was. Yeah.
That's we had Simona there fifth. I'm not sure if that will get a second swim. It's always tough.
Nah, you're always at risk when you're in fifth.
Give me a quick update here. So Lani Pallister won the 400, right?
Yeah,
355.0.
Nice. That's good for her, man. I used to swim with her mom. Her and her mom, me and her mom were training partners. But that's how old I am. But that's awesome for her. Good for her.
The men's 50 fly was bloody quick as well. 22.1 to make it back.
Yeah, so impressive.
Shit, wow.
There's a swim off coming in that at some point as well, isn't there?
Yeah, the young boy, Ilya Karun, 22.2, world junior record for the swim off spot.
Oh shit! What about Santos? He made it back, right?
Yeah.
Then the quickest 200 IM in history is there. I don't know if you saw that. 2:02.1, 2:03.3, 2:03.5.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Jeez.
Absolutely insane top three.
Oh, that's quick. Holy hell.
Kate Douglas with a 2:02.1. Alex Welsh 2:03.3 and Katie McEwen 2:03.5.
Yeah.
How's that for training partners, eh? Training partner.
Yeah, literally.
Blooming mad.
You must be doing something right in Virginia.
There's some hubs in the States that are really coming off mad at the moment. Like you look at the Sandpipers of Nevada and stuff like that as well. Such a young
Ilya Karun.
Generating mad swimmers.
That young Canadian boy, Ilya Karun, is Sandpipers.
Yeah. Is he really?
Oh,
yeah.
No way.
Who swims 200 fly, but also at 17 goes 22.2. Sprint, like 17-year-olds being good at 200s is way more like norm than, also popping a 22.2 50 fly.
Yeah, they shouldn't be good at sprinting. It's not fair.
I'll tell you this, Todd DeSorbo is a good coach at Virginia. He's doing a good job. Him and his team there. He's got a good team.
What do we think of Hunter Armstrong? I mean, on the backstroke, didn't make it back in the 100 back.
Big surprise.
17.
Was it? Yeah.
My boy Zach Harton nearly beat him on the 50 back yesterday. That's why.
I saw that and I was like, yeah, this is not good when Zach Harton, the 200 butterfly swimmer's nearly beating you at a 50 in a stand-up. That's not good, is it?
Why was he doing it? Why was he doing a 50 back for time, like right before his 100 back heat?
I think he was doing a stick.
Terrible timing.
But I spoke to Lewis Clarebert about it as well. Actually, the selection policy for some countries was crazy. So I spoke to Lewis last night, and he said he didn't get selected because he didn't do the trials, but he couldn't do the trials because he was at the World Life Saving Champs, which he couldn't do because he broke his arm. However, they selected people that weren't also at the trials, and they said to him, so he's like, it doesn't make sense. If people at the meet for New Zealand who didn't go and selected, but he didn't get, and he's obviously their best swimmer.
Yeah.
I think obviously what's the rule about America? They've selected it based off the world long course, something like that.
Yeah, all based on a long course.
Probably from a year or two ago as well.
That doesn't make sense. That's like based on the World Cup football team off the five-a-side World Cup. Like,
Well, it's often. I think they normally select their team for like the following World Championships, like in the Commonwealth Games year. So it's like, say it's 2022, they'd select their team for the following year, I believe, as well for like World Champs as well. So it's very early to do it. I've seen someone comment saying it's like doesn't really allow for many breakouts, but then when it comes to the Olympics, you know, it's everyone's a big shock who's on the scene. So
that's why I always love being Aussie, mate. Aussies just straight up pick the best team. You know, you qualify, you go. That's it.
yeah. Mass and Hansen, both Tonto. Come on then.
Louise is training really, really well recently. I've been seeing the stuff she's been doing.
She's at Loughborough, yeah?
Yeah, she is.
She doesn't, but every time she does a main set, she seems to do it mainly on fly. So I'm kind of surprised that she, like, genuinely, when she went that backstroke, I was so surprised when she became that break last year because she never does it. She just does fly all the time.
So underwaters as well, they're just so impressive. You know, look at that, 14 meters there.
Molly O'Callaghan as well, the sprint freestyler, the Australian sprint freestyler, doing the backstroke.
Is this a semi-final of 100 back?
Yeah.
Oh, who's that? Dropped off.
56.80 was fifth, 7.8 was fourth in the last semi.
Yeah, Simona, unfortunately, I think is going to miss out by 0.02, which is sad to see.
Louise's PB here is 55.2, Kylie 55.2 as well. So it'll be interesting to see how close they can get to.
Nice to see both of them through.
I think a lot of these girls are going to be 55s here.
Yeah.
PB for Molly O'Callaghan.
Maybe not.
56.0.
Maybe not.
Yeah, solid.
56.0.
That's touch and go.
55. Yeah, Molly O'Callaghan, 55.80. Hanson second. She'll be all right.
How old is she? 17 or 18? Molly O'Callaghan.
I think she's now 18. Could be wrong.
Great age. No.
She's quick, I know that.
Very quick.
What is it? What is they're doing in Australia with these young swimmers coming up? Like,
Dean Boxer, mate. You got Dean Boxer.
Yeah, is that who coaches
your team, right?
Dean's a legend, mate. Dean's really, really good.
Is he obviously he coaches Titmus? Is he obviously a distance coach or a sprint coach? What's his speciality?
He leans more kind of mid D to D, but you know, I think he's figuring the sprint out. He's just one of those guys that'll figure it out if he needs to, and he's been working harder on the sprint to figure it out. So.
Oh, that was much quicker. 56.56 there. So it's not going to be that close with Simone.
Yeah, only a couple from the first one are going to make it in.
Yeah. I think 6 there get through. Or 5 or 6? 6. 6 from the second semi make it through.
Right.
Just 2 from the first.
Wow.
That's brutal, yeah.
But, I mean, 56.5 for 8th is good, but 55.8 at the top is not scary.
It's not the quickest. It's not the quickest 100 back.
It's open. The final's open, obviously. Then it just looks like it's going to be anyone's up for grabs, really. With Louise and
Oh, I thought I'd missed the 100 backstroke earlier.
No, not quite.
No, the order I sent you was so wrong.
Yeah.
Where did this not come?
I feel like this is a slow event. I mean, how many sub 50s were earlier? I can't say it's that impressive. Here we go. 2 sub 50s in the heats.
Who's here? Hang on.
So Murphy's here, and I think Murphy's like a class above everyone at 49.3.
Oh, yeah. Murphy's going to smoke this, yeah.
Yeah, I can't see anybody else there being close to him.
You know,
maybe the Greek fella, maybe.
Apostolos, yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he pulls a good swim out every now and again, doesn't he? He's a good quality swimmer.
What about this kid? What about this South African kid? He's going to Cal, huh?
Yeah,
Peter's a great swimmer. He's not the best fly kicker. He struggles to streamline, but he's a great long course swimmer. 52 long, Commie medalist, World Junior medalist. But he's not an underwater kicker. But he'll be good, and he's really keen to be here. His first World Short Course, and I think he'll make the final.
Well, if he's going to go to Cal and swim short course yards, you better get better at it.
Yeah.
He struggles to streamline. He's not a flexy boy, but he's a big, strong. Honestly, he's got a baby face and he's like 6'5", and he's just solid. Just
Oh,
solid.
you're a lot like me then.
Just a unit.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, fuck. Look at that.
Look like
I mean, come on. That's a 4:30 in the mornings, you know? Come on.
it's gonna be
Dehydrated. The pump.
Yeah. funny. Seeing Peter them underwater. Obviously, he's got Destin Lasco, he's got Gabe Jett, Seb Somerset, Tom DeBoer. They're underwater. Tom DeBoer, Bjorn Seeger. Their underwaters are crazy. So it's going to be insane to see how he is short course swimming on.
Yeah.
And, I've heard from an inside source, a famous deep Peter in the 200 back here.
He's what?
Going to win the 200 back.
I could see that. I wish I was Brett Hawke. There it is.
Dude, we all do, buddy. Don't worry about it. Take it easy. Hey,
No moustache, no world record.
Yeah, that's very true.
remind me again. Remind me your name in the San Francisco jacket.
Reese.
Reese. Yeah. Turn your phone sideways. Little trick of the trade there, I'll tell you. There we go. Look at that.
Looking good now. Right.
I've been doing this long enough. I figured it out.
Cheers.
It's a good question.
There we go.
Sonny, I'm seeing a distinct lack of the Mizuno suit knocking around at this meet so far.
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's going on, mate? They've gone off it?
No, I think when Ben comes out, we need you and Ben repping it.
Yeah, I know.
Shane and Carson wore it.
Carson's sponsored by them, that's why.
Yeah. So lane 1, Polish lad. He's only like 17 or 18. Masiuk. He's a very young lad who's very good long course. Actually beat Peter at the World Juniors this year. 52 long course. He's in lane 1. Isaac Cooper's the guy who got sent home from commies from Australia. We got Tomac, another good French guy, and Johan. I like Johan. He's a good lad. His dad is the arena rep for France. Fun little fact. But it's Tomac out in 23.8, which is pretty quick. In his first semi.
I think Johan will feature more in the 200 later on, but he's still looking all right here.
Johan looks like
Still
he's
going to be struggling to go 49 here.
Oh,
It's not quick.
Just,
not.
just.
Not.
Considering what did Kim go? 48.0. 48.0 was it?
Always happy.
No, the 48.3 is the world record. 49.7 from Johan. Yeah. Top 2 French. Oh, and Cooper. Cooper joint second.
Beautiful.
What do we think about popping up in a semi-final? Are we for that?
Where's Guido?
Yeah, he's not here, is he?
He's
he
usually
swim?
everywhere.
Does he swim?
Yeah.
Is he still going?
I don't know. He's like 47. He's been going forever, so I thought he'd be here.
That's
He was
young
still
in
rapping
Brazil.
last year, so
In Brazil, you're good to at least 65.
you don't become good till 30.
Yeah,
Normal
exactly.
retirement age for everyone else, but
It's that old man power up in Brazil.
Keep going, man.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
I think it is important to make a statement in the semis, but then you obviously got to back it up in the final because them top swimmers are not going to be phased really by it. By 49.7 in particular, the top ones coming in like Ryan Murphy, even if he goes 49.8, he's not going to be phased by someone going 49.7 because he knows.
I think this event in particular, it's massive when the two Russian boys aren't in.
Yeah,
like because there's 3 of them actually now, isn't there? There's a third fella as well.
There's a third 48 as well. Yeah.
I mean, I think this is an event where it's very noticeable.
yeah.
yeah.
I can't believe one guy so far have had one semi and there's one sub 50. It's not good. You know,
It's strange considering how quick the fly was as well.
Yeah.
Like, Luke's in.
Yeah.
Luke.
If the best field in the world are in this race, if you have Shane Cassis, you have Coleman Stewart, you have the Russians, you can miss the podium in 48 point. And here, I feel like 49-0 wins. You know, like
Yeah.
there's Peter.
In the IM. Did Cassis win a medal?
No.
No,
Fourth,
No,
fourth or
Oh
fifth.
wow!
he was
What?
winning
Really
till
struggling with
150, and then
Jesus, that's unusual.
He felt it. He felt the.
It's the jet lag. The jet lag. I'm saying.
Is,
Jet lag.
is
Yeah.
Chekon not in this?
No, Chekon pulled out. He pulled out from the 50 flying, come 17th.
Oh,
What?
for God's sake!
What's wrong with it?
Oh, he was in my blooming fantasy team as well.
I just don't get how you go to Worlds and you pull out your best event. It's like I just feel like it's a mental thing, but it doesn't really matter. He's the long course world record holder. At least Hunter Armstrong's like owning his 17th, whereas Chekon just not swimming. I don't get it. Like what?
That does. I don't understand why he couldn't do both.
Yeah.
I'm sure he could have done both. I mean,
Sure,
instead
he
he's
could.
not-
Yeah.
He'll probably swim the relay though. He'll probably swim the 4x1 for Italy. They're only a second off the world record in the heat. The Italian team. The rest led off in 46-0 this morning.
Who is it? Who is it? Chekon, Martinelli, Revolta, and
No, it's freestyle.
No, the freestyle.
Okay. Who?
Zazeri's there, isn't he? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they got
Zeri,
two
yeah.
45-point lads.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Italy are a powerhouse at the moment. Or they
Yeah,
have
they've
been for-
really
are.
come along in the last like 2 or 3
Yeah.
years. They've always had good swimmers, but not maybe the depth. And you're seeing like serious depth in some events now.
I tell you what, I really like Kasper Stukowski, the NC State 100 backstroker here. He is wearing a Mizuno as well, so I like him. But he's a good lad, and watch him underwater. He's one of the fastest in yards. He's really good underwater, and he'll push Murphy underwater here.
Who's
He's
that?
if he's at NC State, he'll be good underwater.
He's NCAA champion, no, Sonny?
Yeah. NCAA champion Kasper Stukowski. So lane 3 and 4 will be the picks in this, and then Apostolos Christou is just rapid as well. Like he's a 52-1 long course, so yeah, you can't
Always,
write him out.
He's really come on recently as well. He's been around for years, it feels like.
Yeah. And I'm always, Peter's my boy. I'd love to see Peter do something big here. But, I mean, he's not
On a
an
side
underwater
note,
specialist.
huge fan of Irie, sticking around for all these years, been around.
Irie, yeah. Irie
Doesn't-
could be Brazilian at this point.
Like, he might as well be, yeah.
Yeah, look, that's Casper and Ryan in the middle, right?
It's easy.
Ryan looks really easy. Oh, Peter's having a little push up there.
Right, okay.
Work his flexibility.
Oh, Murphy looks great. Murphy is just slaying underwater, and Peter's
That's
really
how
Out slower
back now.
though than the boys in the previous heat.
I do
Yeah.
actually think he is just playing him out.
He looks like he's chilling, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was a big
Murphy just
underwater.
hauled back in the semi. Murphy hauled back.
Yeah.
Oh
They
yeah,
tell
look at
me
that.
you
Look at that
can't
finish. 49-1. He went last
49-1.
5
Oh,
minutes.
that's just flexing.
Last 5
Much
minutes.
faster.
100 pace.
That's a little better. That's a little
There's
better.
like 3 or 4 sub 50 there, really.
It's going to be pretty similar to the girls' semi-final, where I think 6 from this one might go through.
Oh, I've said stick out. It's Stowowski. W's in Polish are pronounced as V. There we go.
Dabai.
Stokowski.
Yakshamash. Say Joseph Young. Yakshamash.
Oh, boys, I'm going to go back to bed. This has been fun, but I'm going to sleep.
Good idea, Brett.
Enjoy it, chill out. Not sticking for the
Enjoy.
15.
Enjoy, boys. Take care.
You knew it was the 1500 next.
Good one.
I feel like
It's
we're
just
losing
me.
Adam
It's
as well.
excited, isn't it?
Here's Adam. Adam's gonna be like, nah, boys, I'm off now. I've got to work.
See you later.
Is it the 15 next, is it?
Yeah.
We have got relays. The relays were before in the last
Are
session,
they?
but obviously,
Oh,
No.
No, it's 1500, then the relays.
yeah. But in the last session, it was relays, then 1500.
Yeah, top 5 sub 50 there. There's only one from the previous heat. I think could Irie even make it? Yeah, Irie will make it through with that, I believe.
Peter made
What?
it through. It took 50.01. 50.01 to make it through. Irie came 9th.
Oh, just off.
So tied second in the first heat, just snuck. That's
For last place.
Wow.
We've never had anyone in Britain go sub 50 on Backstroke, have we?
Has
No.
Luke not done it? Is Luke's PB
No.
not 49? Something's
No, I
me
think it's
no.
Chris Walker-Heaven who's still got the British record. I think it's like 50.3.
Yeah,
What did Luke go then? 50.8.
50.8.
Oh no, Luke's been sub 150. That's what he's been sub, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
I'm just checking now.
That's crazy. No sub 50 in the UK. I mean, we are, as a country, we just don't care enough about short course meters, and it's clearly apparent, isn't it? You know, like.
Yeah.
I want to hear you boys point on this one. Yeah, I had a long conversation with the boys the other day. I think it's bad that so many of the British swimmers didn't go to English nationals and chose to do Scottish nationals. I said that's the same as like Duncan and that choosing, oh, you know what, we're not going to do Scottish, we're going to do English. I know it's a week later. I know. And the reason why Loughborough did it for A, B, and C finals, but I feel like you've got to go to your national governing bodies.
I think you do, but I think the onus is also on Swim England to
make it a better event.
Provide a meet that people will want to go to.
It is really deteriorating recently.
Yeah. Do you remember 2016?
Where got worse and worse every year.
You boys remember 2016 where you had the pool in the middle, the finals were in the middle. I think the heats were in the middle as well. I'm not gonna lie. Or the finals were in the middle. The light show, the fire coming up. That 2015.
You were walking across the boom on the way out to the.
I didn't do 2016. I did 2015.
2015.
Yeah, it's what they call fast course because it's in the middle where the boom isn't. So like it's only 3 meters deep the whole way, and the lines are actually designed for the turns, so you don't miss them.
Yeah, and it's like it's the bouncy booms, obviously, because the booms are in the middle of the pool. Do you know what I remember about this event? I remember we had the men's 4x100 medley final, and Ben Proud and that were all there in Plymouth, and because the cool room was on in the diving end where the long course starts, mate, the water, because there were so many of the big boys over 18 stood on the boom, the water started coming up, raising, and the boom was sinking down below the water. So we're in the cool room for the 100 medley, and like our ankles were in the water because obviously the boom was sinking because there was like, 40 swimmers stood on it.
Yeah. I remember that. That was cracking.
Yeah.
I think that was the meet where I got on the blocks to do 200 freestyle final, and my goggles pinged off my head when they said take your marks.
And you ran off
and I had to stop the race and go get another and get someone to chuck me down a pair of goggles.
I remember that. That was before I started Loughborough. I remember that.
Yeah. I think this is really sad when we get stuff like this. Craig's son qualified for Winters for the first time this year. It was quieter and less exciting than counties.
Yeah, I mean, if you qualify for nationals, you want to go there and see the best swimmers in the country.
Yeah,
and while there were still some of our top guys were there was a vast majority of them that weren't, which just leaves everybody with a debilitating experience.
No, I'm going to say the 200 fly final, for instance, at English nationals, when we do now, we have good depth, and obviously it was my event, and obviously Jay, you know it.
Yeah.
But make 201 to make an A final. Like I remember, I went 201 in like 2018, and I came like in the B final like 6th.
Yeah.
Whereas like now that made the A final, and it's just stuff like that. And then like 100 fly was like 54 to make the A final. And nothing against the boys because you can only race who's there, and obviously, but like for national English nationals, when we're a country that is good at swimming, the depth might not be there because we don't have the numbers, but like. I just feel like Swim England just make it such a boring event. Even just watching the live stream, the events team need to really have some words with each other because it literally just is a counties. A counties with better swimmers and not a good atmosphere.
I mean, that's the big thing right there. Like lights. I mean, that sounds so stupid, but just having a light show going on and a bit of atmosphere. I remember going to like a couple of meets in like, and I'm talking like little, like just, a bang average meet in France. And they had like skins, light show, like when the skins were going, they were playing, the music was going, it's just little things like that just make a massive difference. Like, and you had all the kids there watching.
I said this. I said obviously I've been to Olympic trials, world trials, nationals. I went to US nationals in summer, and honest to God, it felt like I was at like a world championships or Olympic games. Being at the USA nationals helped, like, made me realize that English nationals, English Olympic trials are like stand-ups. Like, literally, they made our one look like a stand-up time trial and training.
Yeah, we keep talking about trying to make it so we can always have an atmosphere or always perform no matter what. But we at least still should put an effort in to make it an atmosphere where you want to perform. Where you want to have to perform on those times and days.
Yeah.
It is a shame, seeing how English nationals are dying. And as you say about Olympic trials, it's, or just any world trials and stuff. It's a real shame.
Yeah, Jamie even said it. English was great with the fire.
Mm-hmm.
What's it going to take?
That's a great point, Jamie. Like it used to be such a good meet. Like, you know, it is just how it's deteriorated over the years, you know.
Well,
Like when you used to
it
have
wasn't on for
walkouts
years,
with
was it? They never
movements.
used to do it, and they only come back in like 2015, I think.
2015, yeah.
Yeah.
And they had 2015, 16, then 17 was Commies Trials long course. And then after that, it just didn't come back. No, 2018 was all right. 2018 was right, because I remember that's when they had the B finals. And then it was 2019 where they only had A finals and then junior finals.
Yeah.
So it was kind of annoying as well, yeah, because I've never been like the top end swimmer, but like I've always been there or thereabouts making finals. And you had like the 4 junior swimmers who'd come up and make it, and then you'd be a senior that would just miss out. And obviously you shouldn't. You should be fast enough to be able to make it. You should, yeah. But like it does just ruin it. You go there, and like even America, they have like A, B, C, and D finals. I think swimming they should do that. It's just the A, B, and maybe an A, B, and a junior final like it did in 2018.
Yeah,
but
I like that.
they just want to make everything. They want to make as much money and put for as little effort.
Mhm.
Like
I mean,
even entry prices, bloody hell, man! It was like 16 quid or something, 15 quid per event or something stupid.
I think
Every
like,
year it's creeped up, hasn't it?
we're missing some even more vital things. Like on the day 3, the 200 and 400 freestyle were in the same session. Like, how as a coach would you tell your swimmers, if you've got a guy who races them 2 events, which let's face it, you're either someone like Adam going up to the 200 or you're someone who does a 400 as well. And how can you and everyone done it? I think there were 7 guys in both finals for 200 and 400. How can you, as in your right mind, say, hey, you know, we've spent a year focusing on the 200 and 400 freestyle. Let's go to a meet where you're going to swim both finals in the same session. Like, you just can't.
It's silly. It's really silly. Like, you know, whoever made that decision, like, you know, is like, it's such a shame that, you know, a competition where people are definitely going to be tapering, where people are definitely going to be trying to be at their best form, they're going to be expected to do their 2 main events on the same day within the same sessions. Like, it's just silly.
I think that is a 200 and a 400 as well. They're such like they are, especially short course meters. A 400 free, everyone says, is like a 200 free short course. Nearly like you are like it's the long course and short course is different. A short course, but short course a 400 free. The swimmers that do 200 free will do a 400 free.
Yeah,
we got a no show in this.
Yeah,
No,
lane 7, the Chinese lad.
So I've heard there's some problems in the Chinese camp. Hence, Bingji Li didn't turn up in the 400. This fella failed away. Apparently, there's a bit of COVID going around, and they're being quite strict with it, having to pull out. I don't know what the rules are now, because I mean we had some COVID issues last World Short Course. You know, Max had to spend some time in isolation. America went home early. I don't know if there's actual policies in terms of if you get COVID, you have to pull out and withdraw, or if it's Chinese policies.
It's just safety, probably. It's probably just safety. It's probably just to try and like limit who actually gets ill. It's I'm pretty sure. Or Australia might be different. Australia still might be behind us in the world like they were before, where there is this thing. But I know Ian Hume, he has COVID, so he hasn't been able to travel to World Champs.
Really?
It's still going to be a prominent thing, isn't it? In the day.
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
So here we are. So let me just quickly go through. Obviously, Dan Whiffen, obviously 14-14 last week. Picked up the world of swimming. Got everyone talking. My boy there. Honestly, if you see or hear about some of the stuff Dan does in training, I remember he knew. He FaceTimed me after the race, and Faz had told me the week before. He hadn't told me, but he said to me, "Reece, did you hear about my stand-up?" He did a stand-up the week before. It was a 700, and it was a 200 white, where he turned in 203 white. And then he did a 500 at 1500 pace, and he was holding 56s on that 500. So he did a 200 going at 203. He flip turned, and he went 56, 56, 56, 56, 55.
Wow.
So he knew he was going to do something crazy from that. Yeah, he went at 740 something for the, 440 for the 500 or something like that. 430 something.
Yeah. And it was so impressive. Like when he turned in 444 at the 500 meter mark, and you just like, is there any way he's going to be able to carry this on? Because like I've seen like World Championship 1500s before. Yeah. And like, you know, they're normally out 345, 346, and then they just keep going. And like, you know, he just kept going. And it was just one of the most impressive swims. Like, I don't think he actually, I was watching the splits. I think every single 50 was sub 28. 29, sorry. So
28.3 to 28.8 were the splits.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what Jonathan and Rachel are feeding them twins, because even Nathan, some of the stuff that he does in training, like Nathan's going to have that breakthrough. But at the moment, obviously, he's being behind Dan because of COVID and stuff. That wasn't allowed to train. But seeing what he's done after that altitude camp and seeing him go 747 and 800. They're both twins sub 750, and then both sub 15 is going to be like, if you probably heard Softly doing training. I know I've told Sonny as well, but even just for, I can't even explain that. They just both can just pull sub 2 minutes long course like it's a walk in the park.
Amazing.
Pushing 55s long course and freestyle. I think Dan pushed a 51 the other day long course, like in the end of a set. But what are they turning through there? One.
Well, we had a judge at 250, just coming up to that now.
So Dan was 152.
Yeah.
So I think they were 151. They must have been.
Yeah, I think they are slightly faster at the moment.
Yeah. Dan even split it as well.
It's a seriously good pace. Like that's like 151.0. I imagine they turned in at 200.
150.9.
Was it really?
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
Who's this guy?
Who's this guy with him? Yeah.
Did
So
they-
Dan even split. It was 706, 707.
Yeah, because it's 444. Then he was like 930. So it's 445. 445 for the next 500.
Yeah.
I think 444 again. Like, you know, it's just
He was through 735 at 800, which is like a massive PB, and like only 2 seconds further than what Felix went in the 800.
Mm-hmm. And it is just one of those things when you just can make it look effortless, and it seriously looked effortless.
So world record split for this is 344. So I think they're going to be just behind that, probably a 345 high. I reckon they'll split a 28 mid.
Yeah, 0.96 off world record pace.
Quick. It's
Yeah.
quick.
Paltrini's stroke under the water must be so perfect, because I just see him rating and I'm like,
Yeah,
it's a motor house, isn't he?
but he's probably got the most
standard long course.
body.
Sorry, standard long distance.
Mm.
So Dan was 346 and the world record's 344. So he'd be up there for Dan as well on his own. Doing that on his own.
345.6. It's
So
a 2-horse race, and the Japanese guy looks like he's being dropped off here anyway now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think
Makes you wonder if it's going to be a fall from grace this one, because you know sometimes you can get carried away trying to go out with the top. But saying that, every turn he does pull a bit back, but obviously Paltrinieri's pulse.
Open water swimmer, so I can't imagine his prowess as his turns. But talking about David Johnson in lane 5, we haven't spoken about him.
Yeah,
I'm watching him at the US Nationals in the 400 IM. I think he beat Max in the 400 IM.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did. But he went, obviously, a week later, went to the Jordan Pool and just randomly went 14.22. No one heard him before. Went 14.22, and 21 years of age as well. So
that Jordan Pool's long course, wasn't it?
No, Jordan Pool
short course.
Right?
Yeah, short course. Yeah,
I'm sure this one was long course.
No, I
Sure
don't
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, Adam's right.
Oh,
the Jordan Pool was long course, and then they raced in the Australian state camp the day after. So you're like, you're right. You're right.
But a lot of the Americans stayed and raced at the Australian short course meet.
David Johnson, Michael Andrew. It was weird ones. It was like David Johnson,
Peter Nelson done it.
Peter Nelson. I'm trying to think of the other boys that would have done it.
Adam, you are right. It was long course. You are.
Grant House did it.
I knew it was long course because I didn't take much of an interest in it.
You just really take an interest in short course, Ad?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Right. I don't watch a lot of swimming. Like when I was out for a number of years, I didn't watch swimming at all.
Yeah.
It's only when I came back I started paying a little bit more attention, but mainly to short course, not a lot.
What made you want to come back? ISL.
Yeah, that's literally the only reason I came back.
Yeah.
And then obviously I was fortunate enough to make commies last year, but literally the only reason was ISL. So
I'm gonna ask a personal question here, boys. Have you lot still not been paid?
No.
Oh.
And have you got any of it?
I'm pretty sure Felix is still waiting for something like $6,000 from like the Series 2 or something like that.
From Series 2?
No. How many series have there been for?
This is 3.
Series 2, yeah, the one the year before.
Wow.
Abbey Wood is waiting for something stupid like $40,000 or something like that from last
I'm waiting for a lot.
Yeah,
put it that way.
Hopefully it comes.
There's some people waiting for a lot.
Well, you're on energy standard, aren't you? So, like, each person just for the win gets. Was it $10,000 you get just for winning?
No, it was less than that.
Oh, was it?
I think it was like
$4,000.
The final. I think it was like 5, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
For the positions. But
Okay.
I haven't looked at the numbers in a while now.
It's a lot.
Right, I'm not gonna lie. I think Dan Whiffen's gonna win this. You know.
I'm actually beginning to believe it.
So he turned in 7:06 at 7:50. Yeah.
Have you got your splits up?
Yeah, Dan was 7:06. Yeah, he's won. Dan's won because he came back strong as well. 100%.
It's not looking. Yeah.
Dan was 7:06.1.
Well, you can see that he's drifting off world record pace here, Paltrinieri.
And
Like,
they're catching him.
it's always alarming when Paltrinieri's got competitors in a race where his PB is 15 seconds faster than everyone
What
else.
was that cheering?
Yeah. Split up. Or maybe they're coming for you. I don't know. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
They're coming. Spread out. His legs. Look. I'm no one to talk about. Obviously, I know a bit about swimming, but his legs. I don't know what he does. Like he just feels like he's carrying dead weight through the water. The way he kicks it, kicking out here, legs out here. What's he doing?
Yeah.
I'm like
Jazz Carlin used to swim a lot like that.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
It's just so efficient, like
It's
the
so
legs
efficient,
burn so much more energy from the swimming than the arms. So like, when you're doing that, you could basically when you think about how hard you can swim when you do pole without getting tired.
But then you kick.
Really,
Yeah, you're right.
aerobically.
Why is that? Is it because
Your
your
legs
are
are
muscle?
your biggest muscle
It's the size of
source in
muscle
your body, so they need the most oxygen to power them.
Okay.
Just
look
to
at
just
Coach
to say,
Adam coming through.
58-1, sorry, was Paltrinieri's split. Dan Whiffen for his whole 1500 didn't hold a split above 58. So
yeah.
I used to watch Jason this. I remember just seeing him, and it would be like Jay doing 4 fly kicks off every turn or something like that. And seeing swimmers do that, you don't see that these days.
I was a bit of an anomaly, wasn't I? Really?
Yeah, 100%. I don't know how you didn't have a heart attack, mate. Honestly, I can barely do that on a 200 fly, let alone a 1500 free.
The worst was I think I did one short course when I was in the shape of my life, and I put a huge burst in at 500, and I started doing 3 or 4 fly kicks short course, and it absolutely killed me. I went 57-1 on 100 from 500 to 600, and then I was hitting 60 points at the end because I was dead.
No.
It's funny because that's like literally the only reason I could do a 200 freestyle short course.
Really?
Because I could do the kicks off the wall. Yeah.
What did you go?
Same, to be honest.
I think my PB was like 43 something, 43.3 maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, I did it at Bucks, like sort of.
Oh,
it was weird. I didn't really train for it, and then just did it, and then started training for it. Never went any quicker.
when did you graduate from Loughborough? Because you left way before I got here. I'm pretty sure. I got here 20.
So I started Loughborough in 2010.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I graduated I finished my course in 2015, but then I stayed for another 2 years, and then I left in 2017.
I
started
2017 September.
Yeah, so that's when I left left then.
Oh, you had Steve Bailey, didn't you? Did you have Steve? Were you Steve Bailey, but then you went with Ian Hume or something?
Steve coached me for 3 years. Then I trained with Gibbo for 3 years.
Oh wow!
And then Humey for a year.
Yeah.
Or a year and a half with Humey.
I'd love to be coached by Hume. I always said it to him, but I was never good enough. I was with Andy, and I never was fast enough on the sprint. So I did one session a week with Hume, but I get along with him quite well. So I kind of wish I did get coached by him.
Yeah, me and Hume worked well together in the year and a half I had with him. That's when I sort of did some of my best swims.
He's had a good few years. Obviously, he's had Alex Cahoon now dropping. Alex Cahoon came onto the program with I think a 23.53 short course and 21.7 the other day. The thing I would say, he's on my case.
They're accelerating now, boys. 57.35 was that last 100. Sorry, just.
Oh wow, no. Dan was 11.24 on this next 50.
It looks like the Norwegian's Norwegian's in the
well,
lead
to
now.
think about it, the Norwegian will have the sprint finish. Unfortunately, with Paltrinieri, that's something he doesn't have with his stroke. So, unless he can break him in the next couple of hundred, Henrik Christensen's going to pull away. So we need the pulling machine to pull something together here. But Henrik Christensen, fantastic short course swimmer. I think he's second or third all-time 800 from that practice stand-up that they did at the ISL.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, I think he went 7:25 or something like that and won it.
Yeah, well, did Felix do it? Didn't Felix do it?
Yeah, Felix did,
He went out.
He went out 3:43, I think, or something.
Yeah.
3:41 or something. It was stupid.
I'm pretty sure he got the same money as the winner because he was winning at the 100, 200, 300, and 400, right? Out of 100, 200, 400.
I think Felix won the event, but with the amount of points that he got. But Henrik
yeah, he didn't
won
win
the actual strategy.
Yeah, I think he went like 7:28 or 7:30 maybe. Like that.
Yeah. Oh, Pelchinieri's putting that spurt now.
Greg's just completely dropped Henrik again, and then the
How's he
French
managed
boy's
that?
coming back into it.
387. All right, so let's keep an eye on like what he's just putting in by 50 now. There's 250 to go now.
It looks like the Norwegian's really struggling.
Yeah, it's a shocker because he was flying a second ago.
He got into the lead and he's done. I feel like Dom Jolly could come through here.
I reckon he could, you know. $28.46 that was there from Peltrinieri.
They're
So
pushing.
He's just hitting 56s for fun now, really, on that kind of pace. Like, but that's his main strategy, isn't it? If he's going to go, he's got to go early. I respect that completely.
God, and he's going.
He's loving my commentary here because of how passionate I'm getting about it. CD's been mugging me off a little bit in the comments.
So what split are we at now? We're at
150 to go.
So Dan was 1250.7 and it was 1319.
Well, this is where I think Whiffin's got him. You know, I reckon it's about 14.
So Dan came home in
55.
I reckon it's going to be very close. You know,
Dan's fastest 100 was his last 100. His first 100 was slower than his last 100.
Yeah. So 13.96. Dan was 13.93, and then 13.47.
God, this is about 14. This is about 14.15. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Dan's going to be sat there right now in his lecture watching this. I know in training he's going to be got out of the pool to watch this. He's going to be like, mate, that could have been 10 G's in my bank.
Yeah. The thing is, at the same time, he's ending the season with the fastest time in the world this year. So
yeah.
I was might be getting up running around the lecture period to like.
Yeah, Dan's won. Yeah, Dan's won right now. He's won.
Yeah. No, it's going to be slower than 14.15, I reckon. You know,
yeah, he's not coming back 25.
Coming back 25, 26. Sorry.
That's a shame. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit down like that because obviously I'd love my boy to have got a gold medal.
It's never as simple as getting the gold medal, but I think Dan would have had a real good chance if he was there.
Yeah,
and it's probably
we were talking about as well with the jet lag. You know, like what's it called? Thought he's 16.88. Still solid, but you know, second in the world this year.
God, Henrik had a real fall from
race about the jet lag. You know.
Yeah. That could have affected him.
Maybe. He would have still been in that race probably. He's in that kind of form.
I wonder. You never. It's one of the ones you'll never know. But as Adam said earlier, you're coming home with the medal. Like the medal's the one's going to be with your life. No one's going to know.
I mean, that's the thing that is just, you know, Dan's swim is incredible. You know, but
it's just a stat really.
Thing,
fastest time in the world.
Yeah, the annoying thing for him now is it's like that was a medal.
Yeah.
That was his medal. Could have had that medal.
Yeah. And the thing is, like in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time, when he's an Olympian and done his accomplishments long course, which I believe he can do, it's going to be one of the ones where he goes and does like school talks or something, and then that could be one medal he could have.
Yeah.
As well. Whereas now we'll see. But then it probably was a smart decision from his coach as well, because it's just going to be one where we're not qualified to say. No one's qualified to know whether. Because he could have gone. He went 14:14, brilliant, great. That's on his timesheet now forever. But he could have gone here and gone 14:36 like he did at last world or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's that happy medium. Whether he said to me the other day, he's happy that he went. He didn't go.
If he's happy, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, that's what it comes down to. If he's happy and he's like, well, that, you know, could have done that, but I don't mind not doing it. Like, totally, that's his call, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're talking about the jet lag and the being in the environment and stuff, and you know that could have made Dan, you never know, go about 5-10 seconds slower. Dan will always know what he is capable of, and you know, he's still such a young athlete. Like he's gonna have far many more chances to get faster.
He's young as well.
Well, Dan Jervis.
Dan Jervis coming sixth.
No, Dan done the slow things.
Yeah, but he still comes sixth, because it's just open. Yeah, he still comes sixth. It's not like he misses out on the money because it's just an open final, isn't it? that's a nice little $4,000 from Dan there or something.
Yeah,
No,
it would have
But I
been
just
nice.
think someone said,
I don't like how they do fastest heats in the world for any even if it is a 1500. I think they should still do heats, just because like having Dan in that fastest heat, or in that final, you know, you
wait,
never.
let's I'm gonna listen to this. I'm gonna listen to this now and see if they say anything about Dan.
So happy I could do it again. It was a long time.
We're about to get copyrighted now.
Because you know it's been a tough period, but good to be back. You know what we want you to do. Congratulations. Give it up for Gregorio Paltrinieri.
Is that it?
Give it up for Gregorio Paltrinieri.
John Mason. I've met him a couple of times. Yeah, I think he's really good for the job. Really good. Like he got good sort of energy and stuff like that. But I think some of the swimmers need to be able to match that. Obviously, he's really good friends with Adam Peaty, and I feel like Adam needs to sort of utilize that they are friends and they know each other and have that sort of like banter and have that sort of energy when you do the like interview or something.
Yeah.
But then obviously it is what Adam said earlier about obviously but I think yeah.
Not getting to know the swimmers as well. You know, like he's really good friends with Adam Peaty. And don't get me wrong, I think he's class. You know, every time I've had a conversation with him as well, he's a really friendly guy. Right, you know, you can get to know all the athletes out there as well. You know, like all the ones that he may be interviewing. Maybe there'll be a bit more to talk about. But I suppose you've got such a limited amount of time to actually do that. It's kind of difficult to do that.
I think he's on a sort of probably time frame as well. You know, at these like big meets, they probably say, right, John, you have 30 seconds to try and get or hear your questions, get this question sort of out. Because they're on a tight schedule with race start times and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a very small period.
That's why I think though, like athletics does it quite well. So athletics, they have the races going in the background, and then they have you doing the interviews for like BBC Sport on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Stacey boy, he looks so confused walking out as ever. He just doesn't know where he is. Matt opened the door. He's like, where am I? He is the most laid back guy.
Talking of jet lag though, but it's how much you want to commit to an event like this. So like Matt Sates and Chad, for example, have been in Australia now for about 2.5 weeks. They went before their federations, before their teams. They've actually not had anyone with them, which is an up and down. But for Taper, it is what it is. But, you know, they're going to be more acclimatized than anyone else who's come into the races from, you know, a far country and suffering with jet lag. They're fully, you know, acclimatized. So, you know, and then you've got people like, I know Tom Rushton with Siobhan and stuff. They were in Hong Kong, which is like a really good time difference. So as much as they had to travel in probably 8 hours, they only had a couple hours time difference to deal with. So it's how much you want to commit to something like this. And
then you also have the Australians who, ones who are based in Melbourne, even the ones that are based the other side, it's an hour flight or a few hour flight where, and you can still train the same day. Whereas like the British guys were traveling for 19 hours. That's a whole day of training essentially they missed on paper. Yeah. So exactly. One thing that I learned, and there's Simon the boy. Shout out Simon Haddon, who we
Simon the boy.
South Africa. Sonny coached him for a few months. Sonny coached him to a 148, I think it was. Short course 203 when he was 152. Very nice. But with Matt and Chad, I see them they're in a B&B. They're not even in a hotel. They're cooking for themselves. They were traveling half an hour every day to the pool. Mm-hmm. And then you have swimmers like Abby. And Abby told me that apparently British women have put them in a hotel that's £200 a night each. Mm-hmm. £200 a night. And then that's why they couldn't go earlier, because obviously it cost people more money.
Yeah, but we don't need that, you know, like, you know, we could do that off we could do that off an £80 a night hotel.
Off a Premier Inn, literally.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's exactly, a Premier Inn, it would be fine. It's like such a shame. I think hypoxic memes do the interviews after warm down. I think that's an interesting point. You know, I think the difficulty with that would be trying to make it so that it's always constant, because like, they still have to have a schedule to run by when it's on the live stream. Maybe the best time to do it would be around the medal presentation, maybe when they're introduced.
I
don't know.
I know what like these meets are like, and Adam can probably talk about this a bit more, but once you kind of do your race, and that's when you like give your media time, and then after that you do your own thing. Like you swim down, if you've got a medal, great, and then you want to get out there, like you know,
especially depending on how it went as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. So I think that's the issue, is like, how are you chasing down swimmers? Like, you know, once you've done your swim down, if you're racing the next morning, you're not watching finals. You're going home and eating and going to bed. So you're not like, oh, let's go and do my hour interview where I'm full of energy now. And you know, people are pissed off with second and third, understandably. And I guess we can talk about being pissed off with second and third, but you know, that's on you. And you know, people are people, right? Humans are humans.
Yeah. And at the same time, I do really get that. But like, I'm thinking in particular for like the winners interview, because the winner, like, you know, if they're really peed off with first, then, you know, they could just go home anyway, you know. Oh, world champ, I'm not happy with the time. Like, you know, just like, it'd be like a get a grip situation. So like keeping that consistent and like being happy with that would be okay. Because they only interview the top one here. Like, I get it for like other responsibilities and other media. Like, definitely, if you're going to do it. Like when you look at like the Commonwealth Games, they did the media about 1 or 2 minutes after, didn't they? You know, so you had all of the people coming through and then chatting then. I think that's a good time to do it for them because they can go more in depth. But for these like 30-second interviews, you can make them 2-3 minute long, but do them at the medal presentation maybe.
Yeah.
Like, just
I think as well, like, you were right about commies. Like they had obviously the BBC and that at the diving pool, didn't they? So when you look walking out the pool, you could talk during the race still, and you could actually have like an in-depth, proper conversation with them. I don't even think they aired some of them. I don't know why they did. Like, and I remember I was stood there with Faz when Faz did his one, and like I'm pretty sure no one ever saw that one. Like he did an interview in like 3-4 minutes while making his first comedy final, and it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. I had the same. I don't think mine went anywhere either. You know, for my two.
In the archives, the boy. Right, who have we got on this one, boys? Here we have Anna Hopkins.
This is us, yeah. Was it?
No changes this morning. We had someone led off on a 52. I think it was Anna. And then we had Mehdi on 54.3, Abby on a 53, and
Bella was 53.6.
Bella 53
Nice
well,
to see Bella go so quick, actually.
What did she go?
53.6.
53.5.
Pretty solid.
53.5 was it?
Pretty
Yeah.
solid.
So it's nice to see them doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
We've got an Anna Hopkins lover in the chat, I see.
Who doesn't love Anna Hopkins?
It's very true. She's fantastic.
All right, Jay, steady on, mate.
Yeah, don't let Luke hear that one. Don't let Luke hear that one, mate. Someone screen grab that.
Oh, no, I'm getting rid of it.
Yeah. Australia could challenge the world record here, you know. 251s this morning.
It's always in danger with the Aussies.
I can't believe they don't already have it, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
Netherlands.
Netherlands
From
2014, though. Yeah.
Really?
Who would that
It's
team
probably
be?
because they've never fielded their top.
It would have
top
been
team.
Femke,
Renomi.
Romy.
Romy.
Not Romy.
Renomi coming with Jojo.
Renomi. Who else? Who was the other one? Oh, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure.
Is it Sharon Van Vanderwall or whatever like that?
She's a
Could have been.
open water swimmer.
She's a bit too far for that, isn't she?
I'm going to find this.
I'm pretty sure it was at Worlds. They did it.
Well, there you go. It was
they had
Inga Decker, 52.3.
That's it.
Of course.
50.5 from Femke, 52.5
And Marit
from
Steenbergen.
Maud van der Meer, and
Who's Marit
51.0
Steenbergen?
Renomi.
No, but Marit Steenbergen, she went something quick long course as well.
50.5 from Femke there.
That's right.
That was at Worlds, Sonny.
Worlds 2014. They got the 4x50 women's as well.
Pretty sure Femke won the individual 100 there as well.
Someone's way ahead of us in the chat, it looks like.
Was you there?
I'm not reading the chat, but boys, I'm not gonna lie. I think it looks freezing on poolside. The swimmers are stood there behind the box like this with their big coats on.
Yeah.
Femke won the 100, beat Sarah by 0-2. Renomi
Yeah,
third.
I remember that swim.
Was you there? Was you there, Adam?
Yeah.
So what world short courses did you do? 14, 16?
14 and 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9th.
Dubai. How was that in Dubai?
So pretty good results.
Was 14 Dubai?
Doha. Yeah. Actually, literally right next to where the World Cup was some of the matches.
16 Canada, Windsor.
Yeah. Canada was good. I really enjoyed Canada.
That'd be freezing, that one.
The pool was really cool. Like, it was like sunken, great light show.
I'd
Doha
love
was
to
a
see
little bit.
London have it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Have you boys raced? Oh, we did a London Regions in London pool short course, and I think it's so quick.
It's
I
quite
raced.
fast.
Well, I raced the first Olympic trials there in
Oh,
2012.
2012. Yeah, I went to
Yeah.
go and watch that.
When it
That's cool, I
first
remember that.
opened. That was.
But I think
that was
short course is fast.
Yeah, that 2012 trials was the best trials there's ever been.
Really.
Oh god,
Yeah.
the stands were
By far.
packed, weren't they?
By far. Like, they've never
Yeah.
even got close to being as good as that since.
Yeah.
But
They
it's
had
funny-
like foreign swimmers there. They had a foreign final.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. It's because all the swimmers probably went to swim in the pool before they brought the. It's probably the first time ever
That was
where
my
you
first
were able to
ever
swim in a
national
pool.
championships.
They had
First
school games there as
international.
well. They had school games that year.
Yeah. hmm
But
Mate,
it-
USA
a
are
lot-
taking this. USA are taking this. Kate Douglas, the 200 iron winner, is on the second leg, and she is
can do
pushing it.
pulling away.
Like,
This team is incredible. This team is Tori Husk, Kate Douglas, Claire Curzon, Erica Brown. I think America could win this. That is a ridiculous team.
what was it
No,
in,
boys,
um,
I'm
what
gonna have
was
to
it
back
at
the Aussies. I'm
NCAA
not
she
gonna
won
lie.
last year, Kate Douglas? Like 200 breast, 53 and 100 fly or something stupid like
Yeah,
that.
Kate Douglas is literally, she can do everything.
Yeah.
The world record is leaving. This is the 50.5 split on the second leg from Femke, to be fair.
Yeah.
But so we on the third leg now we've got Australia have Meg Harris and then Emma McKeon. America have Claire Curzon, then Erica Brown. So
Or
this
Emma
is
McKeon. If
I
it's
mean,
close, Emma McKeon, you can never not count. You can always rely on her. I mean,
Claire Curzon is pulling away. Claire Curzon
Yeah.
is like 18 and
The
she's
Canadians,
on the world
are
record,
going
look at
past the
that turn
Americans.
as well.
yeah. Canada
The
have
Canadians are going past the Aussies now as well.
Maggie McNeil, then Kat Savard. Kat Savard will probably struggle to keep in it, but
Yeah.
Maggie McNeil is very fast.
I think, boys, Erica Brown's getting caught in that second 50. I think she's
No
got that
way.
bit too
Yeah.
fast. Straight arms. Look.
Aussies have got this.
Did
No,
Molly
Eric's
lead
in the
up,
last
or Molly
leg, yeah.
Callahan?
Emma McKeon's having it, you're saying?
Yeah.
Erica Brown
I
is
think
serious.
Erica Brown's too much of a
No,
50 specialist. I think
Aussies.
she's too much-
Aussies got to be surely.
This
Close
is
it.
like
1
having
second
Ben
on the
Proud
world
against
record
Duncan.
for
No,
USA.
Boys, I told you, it's like having Ben Proud against Duncan, like right now. Like he's going to be out quicker to 50, but then look, told you.
Mate,
I'll
she's
throw it.
easily got him.
Here we go.
That's like, she's easily got her.
Erica's straight arm with a Zuno. No, I'm backing her.
Mate, what
No.
are you? Am I ahead?
We've
I think I'm
won.
ahead.
We've won. It's finished. It's finished.
I'm definitely ahead. Yeah.
World record.
There's the realization.
Literally,
Oh,
Sonny,
no.
when you said that, like, she just like
Oh,
dropped
no,
behind her. I
I'm
was
seeing
like,
what
yeah.
I'm seeing
She's
what
got
you're
this.
seeing now. Oh no.
I told you.
Oh, emotional. Oh yeah, good Emma McKeon. Good
I
job.
want to see that last split. That was fast.
I reckon they were just a couple of solid 40.
I reckon that
51s
was a
there,
50,
maybe
50 low.
Yeah, I don't reckon. I don't think.
Erica Brown died. That was emotional.
Should we
It
reload the
was.
stream if we're like this far behind the
49.9. Emma McEwen. I'm sick.
No way.
23.89 out. 49.96.
Right, let me.
That's the first episode
50,
50, isn't it?
52.1,
Yeah.
51.2, 52.0, 49.9.
It
That
looked
is
flipping
absurd.
fast.
Anna Hopkins, 51.8 lead off. That's good.
Jesus Christ as well.
There we go.
Yeah,
That
British record's
is-
pretty quick in that.
23.8 out. That's not even that quick. That's all back end. 23.8. That means it's what's that back? 6-1.
26.07.
26.07 on the way back.
Wow. That is so impressive.
I can't believe USA got beaten on 451s. Their
You can
last leg
thank
was
me for the
51.8 and it was made to look
And
terrible.
for a movie.
They would have broke the world record if it wasn't for the Aussies as well.
Oh,
Marit Steenbergen, 50.9 on the Netherlands team.
Crikey.
Um,
Very impressive lead off from Anna there as well. 51.8. Like,
Who else would we need? Okay, I'm backing it. Abby Wood, if she didn't have 200 IM, and obviously I'm still saying the jet lag for her because obviously last week she. Oh no, Abby's been ill actually.
yeah.
Look, we can talk about GB, but they're 8 seconds off Australia here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
true.
But there's no catch. No, I'm thinking if we have Freya going a 51 low.
She
who
was
else-
52.
52.8, wasn't she, or something last week?
Yeah.
Oh, was she? She didn't swim that great though,
In the
really, last week,
atmosphere,
did
Freya always seems to rise to the occasion. So
she? Yeah.
49.9. First woman sub 50. Oof.
wow.
The 100
I
free is
told you,
going to be
Sonny.
good.
Sonny had on Erica Brown. Erica Brown went 50. I got outsplit by 2 seconds, nearly 1.9 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But 51.8 is quick.
It's still fast, yeah. Like it was just made to look slow.
That's
Good,
outrageous.
but not quite Carly and the boys. It's good.
Cold myself.
Wow, very impressive stuff there. That's got to be swim in the morning, right? That was the 202, 200 IM, I think.
No, that's just swim in the morning.
150.1 as well.
No.
It's been good as well.
Yeah, I think genuinely it was the 49 because the 202 someone's been quicker, the 150 someone's been quicker. Whereas the 49 no one's ever done that.
That's the split of all time. You're right, Reese.
That is the Jason Lezak of it. Jason Lezak of all splits.
But she wasn't even in the split, was she? She wasn't even in
No.
this was
No.
split. It was just literally.
Right, so we're looking at here the men's now. We have Drew Kibler, Shane Cases, Carson Foster,
Really?
Yeah, he's pretty
and
swift
Aaron
yard.
Smith.
Wow.
Italians have Moretti, Conte, Deplano, and Checon. Brazilians are Santos, Correa.
Oh, Lazzari not there. Is it Lazzari?
Yeah, I'm quite surprised Zeri's not there. I swear he was doing it. I know he's more of a 50 swimmer, but
I'm not gonna lie,
he's
boys.
been
There's loads of names missing out here that I've never like the Brazilians. I've never heard of Lucas Pixoto and Pedro Spajari.
With the Brazilians, somehow every couple of years they pull out 4 completely different guys on a 4x1 free relay.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
Interesting there. You have Australia starting off with a 17-year-old in the first leg, and then they have the 18-year-old, the 20-year-old Thomas Neal.
Australia aren't bad here. Australia aren't bad at all. That Flynn Southern is real good long course.
he is a very good swimmer, yeah.
Matt Temple is flying here.
Spain, Espanol.
Cool. That is a baby of the field, isn't it? Being put in that lead-off position. Nothing says experience like that.
Look how many 2002s there are in here. Actually, there's 2005 on Canada with Ilya Kurun, 2003, 2002. Adam, do you feel old?
Yeah, but
Sonny.
Sonny.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at that.
There's 2005s.
Does it hurt too much?
Yeah, we say
That's
2002
young,
like they're young now, but they are 20. You know what I mean?
That's all right. There's some 1991s in there.
Yeah, there you go.
Tom turned up in his suit. You know he did. He had work this
100%.
morning. Zoom call work.
Who?
Tom DeBoer. He always turns up in his suit.
What to wear?
To
He's
meet.
a banker.
Yeah.
He came in a suit.
He rocks up in a little suit.
Well, he probably wouldn't have done it today, but he has turned up. Like I think was it one of their trials or something?
Yeah.
Come straight from
wow.
work, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's class. That.
You know, Tom is one of the best relay swimmers of all time. He split 20.1, I think, 4 or 5
Yeah,
times.
I've seen that. Yeah. I've seen that.
Who's that, Tom? DeBoer. Wow.
Relays changing, man. They get something out of it.
Alex Cahoon split a 21-0 the other day, though, so I think he's going to be up there. I'm saying Alex Cahoon gets his underwaters right because he has no underwaters. Honestly, we would me and Sonny would beat him to 15 probably.
Oh, I wouldn't beat anyone. Who we got leading off then? Who's going to be the first to 100? Drew?
Nah.
Moretti.
I'd say Moretti.
Moretti. Yeah.
Moretti, I think Flynn Southern might hold his own. You know, if Australian had braved him on the first leg, I think they see something in him.
It's
What's
got
the
to be the
odds
talent
on-
of the US for the win, I reckon.
What's the odds I'm watching at the same time? I'm looking at Netherlands on the block now.
Yeah,
me
I
too,
saw
yeah.
Stan. I saw Stan get on the block.
Yeah.
They're about to dive in. It's
Hey,
take
Davey,
your
thanks.
marks.
Into the chat.
Now they've gone.
Oh, I'm a little
I'm in
behind,
now. I'm about 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm in
behind.
now.
God, who is that
Yeah,
star?
even with behind.
but
Someone-
0.5.
Into lane 6.
Brazilian 10-3.
Gabriel Santos. Take it out. Moretti's moving through now. Will anyone be as quick as Emma McKeon?
I hope so.
I just got that.
22-0 out.
Oh, Moretti's pulling away now. 34-0.
Moretti looks good. Moretti
Yeah,
looks
he
good.
does.
Yeah, that's a 30. That's 45 mid.
Moretti's going 46-2. You ready? Bang. 46-1-5.
Oh,
He was
cool.
46-0 this morning. It's never good when you're faster in the heats. I just don't know why you'd do it.
And Matt Richards would have won that. I know,
Yeah,
I know
he
he's
would have
obviously-
been first.
Well, he would have at English, not at Scottish. He dropped
Yeah,
the
but he's
second
still
one
done
away.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
but
did. Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, true.
His 200 was still as good, wasn't it? 141.5 to
141.
141.7 at Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think yeah.
Two 141s. Two 141s at Scottish. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Now Jack McMillan's a British boy as well.
Yeah.
When you think about
It's
it now,
very
you
good
have
short course.
that 4x2 in Britain now is in short course could be. You have Duncan 140, Matt Richards 141, Jack McMillan 141, Joe Litchwood 142, Jimmy will probably go 141,
And
Yeah.
Tom.
Tom,
Tom,
you're missing out on.
yeah. Oh, you're like, oh my god, who's this Italian? Look at the Italian guy.
This Italian is all right. Who
He's
is
in
Come on, lad.
Deplano? Leonardo Deplano's gone all in.
I hope he can hold this.
16 strokes in the first length.
I think Italy are all over this race though.
Yeah. Well, it depends if he doesn't suffer now, then we're fine.
They're only 0.4 of the world record.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that America.
They were
put
only a second off
Austin.
in the heat.
You got check on to finish.
Well, he's
Yeah,
not
check on will go quick. He'll go
Most
quick.
of the time you can rely on.
Chalmers going in there as well.
Can Chalmers go 43 here?
Can
3
Chalmers
meters
break
behind.
40 point? He's a big guy.
They're
Though, isn't he?
I think they might have a good chance there.
Chalmers will come second.
Yeah, he'll take
Yeah, surely.
right there.
He's just made up
Yeah.
so much ground on
He's not catching
25.
check on, is he?
Yeah. And his second 50 is normally the one where he goes, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
He
I
looks
think
really good.
I think
Chalmers
his quickest
is
back is like
phenomenal.
23 something.
This is going to be big for the individual 100, which starts tomorrow. Christ, look at him go.
We're not getting a world record here, are we?
Don't think so.
Where's
Nah.
what I put?
303.0.
It's going to be about.
Oh yes!
0.4,
World
right?
record!
Wait.
World
I got it.
record.
3027.
World record.
Oh, my.
Check on pulled out the 100 back just for this relay.
Those last two boys on the Italian team averaged 45.3, I think.
No way. Oh, the
Yeah.
splits haven't come up yet. Do you reckon there's a deek?
Really?
This is the first time the split, like the results sheet, hasn't come up
No
instantly.
way.
There always is in his men's relays. The testosterone's just there, so all the blokes just want to get in the water so quick. Now it's been rectified on the screen.
Well, the world
here.
record has it. It's probably not Italy that have been disqualified, but it might be another team.
Christ. Hate it when there's a pause on a relay.
Come on, I want to see splits.
Give it us. Go on. I don't want to look at the chat because I think the chat's about a minute ahead of us, so they're gonna.
No one in the chat has
DQ.
splits. I don't think anyone's got splits. I think.
No, I mean they might know the DQ if there is one before us.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're just rectifying. They're saying that Carl Chalmers actually went a 42-0, and they're like, no. They're waiting for his drug test results to come back before they release it.
Maybe it's just Fina being slow with the.
Wi-Fi's gone down there.
Well, we'll get the splits, and that was session 1. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, cracking. Enjoyed that.
Good. I can't believe we had Adam Barrett sit through the 1500.
I'm impressed.
I'll be honest, I did switch off a little bit during that. I just can't help it. It just doesn't interest me.
Right,
Oh,
no
here we
DQ.
go. We've got the splits. Let me just download them. I'll bring them in for us.
Okay.
40. Okay. Nothing. There was nothing. Chalmers 44.9. Check on 45.1. Deplano 45.5.
Oh, I can't bring it up.
44.9 for Carl Chalmers. Out in 21.2 to feet.
21-2.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, 45.1 at the end there is good by check on. 44.9 is good. You're right. The Australia team's not great. 47, 46.0, 46.5. I mean, they're solid splits, but not revolutionary, are they?
Relying too much on Chalmers there.
Kane Cases 45.9 and Kieran Smith 45.7. The two 45s there.
Yeah. All right.
Britain could 100% get a medal there.
Well, I mean,
I think they wouldn't be far off challenging for the win there.
is this
Honestly,
using you?
yeah,
though,
best
Adam?
guys together.
We'd have to
Yeah, our
use you.
team at the moment. It's really looking good for our 4x1.
Well, it depends what
Lewis does short course.
Lewis goes short course. Yeah, really.
No,
I assume Tom.
can Lewis do it short course?
He was 23 something in the fly this morning, which is bodes relatively well.
Yeah.
But has he not been 23
He'll
long?
be 46. He'll be 46.
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
he's
but
47.
23. I think he was like 23-1, which
Oh,
considering
okay.
it's not his main event, it's not bad. Sure.
Yeah.
Who's our
But
money
if he
on
can
for
drop-
the 100 this
If
next
he
couple
drops
of
a
days?
46 low, you've got a real solid team there.
Yeah, well, you've
Yeah.
got Matt on the 45, and then you've got Duncan would go 45.
On a relay, yeah.
I mean, if we're thinking about the best ever team we could put together, Ben Proud's been a 45.
I mean, Adam's been. What's yours? 46.3, Adam.
Yeah, I went 46.3 last year,
Nice.
and I went out 21.8 to feet.
I loved it. That swim was epic. I loved it. I was getting so hype.
Was that all underwater?
No, not really.
Yeah.
No, there's about 10 meters off each wall.
You can't really afford to do it on 100 free cat. Like, even though your underwaters are amazing, you can't really, like, it's just so quick in it, like the boys above the water.
All right, guys. I think we can wrap this up. Any closing thoughts? Everyone give me a closing thought. Adam, closing thought?
That won't be the last 49 we see from a girl.
Yeah.
That's coming. The individual will go soon in that.
That's Siobhan.
Yeah.
That'll be Siobhan and Emma going head to head.
Yeah.
Jay, closing thought?
I just want to put it out there because I've been thinking about this for a little while. I know he's not done it, not swam yet, but I'm backing Popovich to win the 100 free individual.
Okay.
Oh, really?
I saw his turn at the Europeans, and he absolutely bodied everyone else. And if he can put
He
together
went 46. He went like 46.5 or something the other day, didn't
that's
he?
early.
Yeah.
I just think that was early. I really believe that I'm happy to be wrong, but I really believe that he's gonna pop something in. Cheers, Jude. I may be wrong, but I believe it.
I think one of my thoughts is I think the women's 4x2 world record is going to get smashed.
Yeah. That's
Definitely.
probably not. Yeah.
Good shout.
I'm happy Matt Sates won an actual title.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right,
Yeah, I'm
guys.
proud of that thing.
Right.
Okay, cheers, Sonny.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Sonny.
Wait, are you
Yeah,
going
thanks,
off live
guys.
now? Are you
Everyone.
going off live?
Yeah, we'll go offline, so you don't have to go anywhere. But yeah, if you want to tune in again, we're going live tomorrow. There'll be different guests. We might see these guys again. We might not. But tune in. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you on the next one.
Cheers, tune in, lads.